My newest invention here is called the Cob Quickie. Hands down the easiest way to butter your corn on the cob on a hot summer day. Simply grab yourself a fresh stick of butter and using our patent-pending firm grip design, place the butter directly onto the center spikes. Then simply go to town buttering your corn on the cob from top to bottom. No matter what your technique is, get the job done this summer when you use the Cob Quickie.
So
what day is it?
Tuesday?
Tuesday night! His ghost returns to wreak his horrible vengeance.
Oh, but tonight's Tuesday night.
Then he'll be coming.
Fade in.
So
Whether Hollywood notices it or not, I think that people don't really like politics woven into fairly mainstream, which should be mainstream entertainment experiences.
So why the need for so much gruesome graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
Because
a little
it's so
of it?
much fun, Jan.
Really?
Get it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But see, Jan, you're all messed up
Okay.
because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12,
movies. You got to
kids
get
at
it
12.
straight. Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay, and
If you
kids
want to
at
talk
12
about real life,
can tell
we'll
the
talk about real life.
So
People complain about the violence as if slavery wasn't more violent. I think you PG the slave movement.
We have to deal with the true brutality of slavery. And I wanted to take a 21st century audience and stick them in the middle of Mississippi in the antebellum South and have them see this is America. This was America then. You have to see it that way. And you're right. I cut it back.
So
Quentin, you have put Margot Robbie, a very talented actress, actor, in your film. She was in with Leonardo in Wolf of Wall Street. I, Tonya. This is a person with a great deal of acting talent, and yet you haven't really given her many lines in the movie. And I wondered, I guess that was a deliberate choice on your part, and I just wanted to know why that was, that we don't hear her actually speaking very much. And Margot, I wanted you to also comment about being in the film in this part.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
So
there has become a thing that's gone on, it seems like in this, especially this last year, where what's the word I'm looking at? Ideology is more important than art.
Way more, certainly to the awards.
Yeah. And it's just, it's like, ideology trumps art. Ideology trumps individual effort. Ideology trumps good. Ideology trumps entertaining.
There's two kinds of movies, virtue signalers and superhero movies.
That last Star Wars movie by J.J. Abrams is unwatchable. I mean, it's garbage.
I do think that, there's ideas.
You have no excuse. Your job is to entertain me.
There's film criticism and there's social criticism. And the people who have said, who've complained about my use of that are been social critics. And I have to say, there's not one iota of social criticism that has ever been leveled my way that has changed one word of any other script I've written or any scenario I've ever done. It's my job to ignore them and to not pay attention to them because I believe in what I'm doing wholeheartedly and passionately, and it's my job to just get on with it.
Yeah. Well, I love you as a filmmaker. Keep on doing it. I'll keep on watching, man.
My pleasure, mate.
Thank you.
Green lights, baby. Let's go.
Say, kids, what time is that?
tonight's Tuesday night.
It's Tuesday night and Quentin Tarantino is right. You just ignore them. Just ignore them. Yeah, he finally spoke out. We'll go over that in a little bit. But
Sweet.
You see, I went through and found some classic Quentin Tarantino anti-cancel culture critic-y things he had said in the past. So let's go around the horn. We have two people backstage waiting to join us. This is a little vignette over here. Look right over here. I had to get a new one of those, the camera cover things. Because the one I had, the light was starting to leak in. It was so old. So I had to get another one. It looks like.
That looks great.
Looks like it doesn't open all the way, but I kind of like that. Like, ooh.
Yeah, it looks like you really cleaned up the place behind you too.
I just flipped the room.
Yeah, it doesn't look like crap anymore.
It's a 3-season porch converted to an office. There's windows everywhere and doors. There's 2 doors and 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of windows.
Yeah,
I can't.
and
all my
there's a
cool
fire.
stuff is all my cool stuff's in between everything, and you can't see it. It's just horrible. Anyway, let's quickly get our introductions done, and then we'll bring in our 2 compadres below me. Judah Buddha, what's going on, Jude?
Just ordered my Cobb Quickie.
The Cobb Quickie was sent to us by 6.
Just ordered my Cobb Quickie. Hopefully, it'll be here by tomorrow.
Nice.
Does it come with or without butter?
Shipped it first class.
Do you have to buy it with or without butter, or does it come with butter?
Oh boy.
Comes with a bottle of lotion. Oh.
All right.
That was bad. Anyway.
Next to me on the other side of this vignetted edge, it would be Delta 6, Edson Gomes. How are you, Edson?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
How are you?
Really hot.
Huh?
Still haven't getting much sleep, but otherwise, it's good.
I know. We just had a thunderstorm rip through here. I was afraid I might lose power.
I heard some of it from far away, but we didn't really get that here.
So you must have heard my thunderstorm because you live about 20 minutes away. Yeah. Below Edson would be Spoiler Pete Bradley. How are you?
Hello there. How are you? You're looking like GeekTime the White over there.
Yes. It's a.
Oh, okay.
I have my Moon Knight. And his eyes land right on my nipples.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
The hair. Yeah. You look like GeekTime the White.
You shall not pass. All right, let's bring in the 2 people waiting backstage. First to join us again. Great. Hello, Jace. How are you? All the way from Norway. What's going on?
I'm good, and just had a chill day. Just been relaxing mostly.
Great.
Watching some stuff.
So just in time, we can bring your blood pressure up now. And
nice.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Been a stressful weekend and a stressful week. Last week, I got some sad news of a person that I know or that I knew that unfortunately got killed.
I'm sorry. That's terrible.
God, dude.
Yeah. So it's been some rough days and stuff like that, but stuff happens.
Wow.
So
wow.
You should have told us that backstage, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's.
I'm really sorry, man. God.
Yeah, that's anything sudden is usually
especially probably young. I'm assuming because you're young.
Yeah, she was 1 year younger than me.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
car crash?
No, there was a person who did it.
Oh,
murder?
So it was a murder.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh man.
God.
Like it is kind of weird because it's a third person that I know that has been killed. So it is kind of hard to have that on a.
Did you know this person as well, or you just knew her?
We used to be many years ago when I was like emo, and many years ago when that's long, and I was like 16 and 17 and 18 and stuff and 19. We were really good friends. Like we always hang together. Where I live now, we were like hanging all the time, and we had the same friends and everything.
That's kind of rough.
But you don't know who the person who did it, right?
I know because I got to know this before the news got out with it. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Well,
but yeah, sorry, that was dropping that. Out.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah,
really sorry. Well, I hope we can distract you for a few hours and take your mind off of it.
Yeah. That's why I want to stream. Get my mind off it.
Well, you're in good company here tonight.
We're gonna clear the first suspect now. T-shirt, you are not the guilty one, right?
I wasn't even in Norway at the time. Jace, let me ask you something, man. I've got a word that I need translated from Norwegian. It's in the private chat. Would you mind saying that word in English or actually, would you mind saying that word for me?
On stream.
There you go.
Hestkuk.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
It's horse dick.
All right, I have to fucking. Anyone gonna tell us, or I have to Google this?
It means horse cock.
Yeah, horse cock. I don't know why people think that is funny. Everyone who's learning Norwegian, the first word they learn is horse cock.
Yes.
In Norwegian. All the time.
Well, it goes with that opening video there.
See, there you go. You're not sad now, are you?
An American steps into a Norwegian bar. What do you say?
Jeg skal ha din jævla hestkuk. That's what you say. I want your horse cock.
Or I guess if you want to be an asshole, ask for Ringenez and then call the barman a hestcook.
Yeah, then because that's like one of the worst words to say, like in other places in Norway, people hate it when you say horse cock to them. That's really offensive, apparently.
Wow. Nobody ever says that to me. Moving right along. Mr. Londell,
at work.
Mr. Londell liked the opening video. Nice to see you, Mr. Londell. Got to get you back in here. Six says, "Holy shit, Judah showed up. Welcome."
I
Six.
did.
Our marvelous
I did
mod
show up.
Yes. Glinzer, the most toxic video ever seen. 'Twas Sonic Ecstasy. Glinzer, welcome. Six says it comes without butter. As a friend told her. The butter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have one of those built in, but I haven't ever tried buttering corn that way. I mean, I've buttered other things with it. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh my god.
I've greased other things. Never mind.
And Glinzer says y'all transition from murder to horsecock. It's going to be a great show. There you go.
That is quite a move. Yeah.
Can you track the chat for me today? Are you a guest? Are you in the admin account?
Did you just say me? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
okay.
I'm in admin. Yep.
Okay, so you can follow the comments.
Yep.
Groovy. All right, let's get to it, shall we?
Groovy.
Got a lot of stuff.
Groovy.
We missed a week, so we're kind of once again we're combining like 2 weeks worth of stuff.
I was going to say, Keith, you probably don't get temperatures like we do over here in Texas because you wouldn't have that many windows if you did.
Actually, we're experiencing a crazy
right now. Yeah.
It was it's 97 now, and it's 8:13 p.m. and it's really humid. Really.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it tends to be really hot and then go down to much colder weather. Like it's close to 100 during the day here, and then it's going to be 60 in a couple of days.
Yeah. And
man.
The third time this year that happened to us.
Yeah, but that happens in Texas overnight.
Yeah. Well, my friend
Texas
over in
is gonna
Oregon,
be like 100 degrees, and then it's 30 degrees at night.
True. I have a friend up in Oregon who is experiencing rolling brownout or blackouts because of the heat is so insane over there right now. So
yeah. And like same here in Norway, the heat is God, I want to die. Like it's so warm.
I don't function well in it. I don't. I'm a cold guy. I'm a hockey guy.
Yeah,
so our weirdo
Hashtag
story.
me too.
You too? Well, of course.
Hashtag
me too. Weirdest story of the week comes to us from Six. Bride refuses to marry groom on wedding day because he wears glasses.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wow.
What
a bitch.
The hell?
Wait till
a bride
she
to
finds
be
it.
in India reportedly refused to go through the marriage after she discovered the groom had weak eyesight and needed to use glasses to read a newspaper.
Wait till she finds out he's Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's the guy? Clark Kent? The wedding was set to take place in Oraya. Sorry if I got that wrong. In the country's Uttar Pradesh.
I don't even know.
Okay, we need to get Ash on here.
Yeah, right. But was called up at the last minute when it became clear the would-be husband was dependent on glasses. The marriage appears to have been arranged by the families involved, according to a report of the Times of India on Thursday. Arranged marriages are still common on the Indian subcontinent.
So just reveal that you're Superman at once.
They paid him off with cash and a motorcycle for the trouble.
Well, he's probably better off. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Six says,
I would never marry someone.
Well, that rules just about all of us out.
Normally I wear glasses.
But 6, would you punch a man in the face with glasses?
Well, I like getting punched, so
Oh my.
No, you don't.
I threw this in because, just to add to the weirdness. Did anybody look through this thing?
No, I heard it was only like 4 pages.
It's 9. It's 9 pages.
Okay. I heard it was stupid.
It's like, well, we don't know what it is. But they don't say what it is. They don't say what it's not. They kind of just say something. They recorded, I guess, 144 strange occurrences, like where movements defy the laws of physics and the technology is not anything they could define, I guess, apparently, except for one they were able to rule out. But they won't say whether it's like, Russian or Chinese, test vehicles or whatnot, or what. But the funny part is, if you're Russia or China, would you fly test drones and stuff into U.S. military airspace 143 times?
No,
totally makes sense.
If they got
if
you got shot down, we'd be reverse engineering that shit.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's a good point. So, well, I guess
I can tell you what it is, though. I can tell you what it is. Okay. What it is it's actual aliens, and they're watching us because to them, we are their Netflix, because they're just going, what the fuck are these humans going to do next? Look at this shit.
Right?
shit.
Wasn't that on South Park? Like, humans are like seasoned.
Let's go to Earth to watch the monkeys do it. It's the same type of shit.
Yeah, seriously. It's just, but it's one of those things like Ghost. It's kind of just fun to talk about and speculate.
Yeah, it's like Bigfoot. It's like any of those things.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot hunters are the best, though. When they're out in the woods and there's like
they're going squatching.
Yeah, they're going squatching, and they see something really quick, and they go, "Oh my god!"
Remember when we saw Elvis out there? Remember?
That's right.
Oh, Jace better be happy that he lives over in Norway. They just have to deal with trolls over there.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I've been called a troll many times, so I think I might be one.
No, I'm talking about the big ones, like the Jotuns and shit that Thor was killing off.
Yeah, I know. Have you guys seen the Troll movie that Norway made?
No.
Yeah, was it like Troll Killer or something?
Troll Hunters.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's one of the best movies Norway have ever made.
Yes, I agree.
Everything.
I agree.
It's called Troll Hunter.
Yes.
Troll Hunter. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, they have like one of the main characters. He's actually a comedian, so this is like more of a little bit comedy, but it's still serious. Like this is one of his roles that is more serious, and he's normally never that serious. So he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think I've seen this on Netflix or somewhere, but I skipped through it.
It's really good.
It's been out a few years. So.
Oh, it's a mockumentary, right?
Yep, in a way, because they are like filming with the camera and stuff like that, and found footage in a way.
Yeah, all that.
So it's like Blair Witch meets Cloverfield.
Just so much better. Because it's trolls.
Yeah, it means like Lord of the Rings, because you got trolls and whatnot.
They have a cave troll.
Oh my god!
They have
a few more fluff stories before we hit the big ones. But YouTube is rolling out 5.1 surround sound and launches 4K Ultra HD add-on package. Does anyone pay for YouTube TV?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Everyone. I only pay for premium, so I don't need a fucking commercial.
Right. And half of the shows make it to Netflix anyway. Look at Cobra Kai. One season on YouTube Red, and it was gone.
Well, the YouTube TV is more like a cable subscription.
Yeah,
more like
they give you like a lineup
channels.
Channel lineup.
I didn't realize they weren't in 5.1 at this point. Like, so that means they're kind of behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange. This one, Jude, you'll like this one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice. Oh, that's
an
hilarious.
Odorous Urungus 10-inch toy.
Aww.
It was cute. That's a cute.
I went to see Gwar probably when I was like 13 or 14 years old. And I didn't even know you're supposed to wear the shittiest clothes ever because they spill so much blood and shit on the crowd.
Semen and
all kinds of stuff.
Hashtag
It's a great
God
show.
comes
It's
from the
very
sky, man.
theatrical.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, I don't know if they still do big gigs anymore, but
Well, he's dead. Odorous
Oh,
died
he
7 years
is?
ago. Yeah.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
over
So
7
that would be a no.
It's been over 7 human years since the former lead singer of Gwar, the one and only Odorous Urungus, departed this plane of existence. Now, high on plastic toys and Gwar have teamed up to give you 10 solid inches of the immortal corruptor himself.
I like
Is this
I,
another-
I, li-
Is this another ghost story then? He's dead.
Well, they made a toy. Gwar's berserker Blothar had this to say: "I've had a blast with this little guy. I got blackout drunk and played with it in the bathtub. I got a little carried away, and I wound up at the ER having to have it removed from my no-no spot, just like the old days with Odorous."
Oh,
Oh my god.
wow.
The toy will be available in 3 variants: fully painted, glow-in-the-dark translucent blue, and orange with green ooze. So, yeah.
Hot.
they're like Kiss though. They can merchandise and still sell. So
There's only one member left. Brocky is the last remaining original member of Gwar, which was founded 37 years ago.
wow.
Wow. So, yeah. Have you guys ever seen them, Gwar?
Yes.
Not in person, but I've seen videos of them, and yeah.
They were a trip, man.
They were definitely a trip.
It was kind of
They
like giant Muppets on acid or something.
Yep.
They were an experience.
And the worst place to be was in the front row.
You were in the front?
No, I wasn't in the front row, but I was close. And I still
You're
got
in the
freaking
splash
soaked.
zone.
I was in the splash zone. The people in the front they used to actually bring on stage, and they used to have a big like trash bag worm, and they used to eat the person they used to invite up, and all kinds of stuff. It was so crazy. It was after you get done, you didn't know what you saw. You're like, holy shit, what did I just watch? But it was great. It was great.
Yeah, they were fun. I still have what's the one album their biggest hit?
The Road to what was it?
No,
Road to Tomorrow or
the one with Salamanizer and
Salamanizer.
Damn, I can see the cover in my head, but I can't remember the.
They used to have a really good song called "Sick of You."
That was
I'm
one.
so
Sick of You was on that same
of
album.
you.
Yeah. That was a good song. That was like the most commercial song they ever did.
Yeah.
That could have got like regular airplay.
I'm with
All
6 on this one.
Couple more. I picked this story. Edson, you picked this one, I guess. Robotech streams on Fun.
Oh, right.
Oh, and Blu-ray set.
Ah.
That's cool. I still want Macross on Blu-ray though.
Yes.
But yeah, T-shirt. You're a big anime fan.
Yeah.
This is
anime is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the OGs.
Yeah.
The first
that
ones
looks
here
so
in America,
nice.
anyway. That really.
Yeah. Yeah, the original way that Robotech even came about was because Carl Masick had he had basically properties, like 3 different anime properties, and for whatever reason he had to merge them all together to make one continuous story. So basically the whole Robotech thing is it's 3 completely separate anime with no connection to each other that have been kind of shoehorned together by a loose but well thought of plot.
Yep. The reason was because he needed 13 weeks of programming, but it was daily instead of every Saturday.
Right.
So you had
Okay.
65 episodes to get syndication. So he
Yeah.
had to figure out a way to get 65 episodes done.
Yep.
So yeah, and a lot of people rip it for that, and I still think he did a pretty good job considering those 3 series had nothing to do with each other except that they
Yeah, I
looked
think
similar.
so. Yeah.
The mecha
Oh, and
looked
it's-
similar, you know.
It's got Robotech 2, the Sentinels in it too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And the what was the third? The Shadow Chronicles.
Mhm.
Oh wow, where does it say that? Oh yeah, right here. Robotech 2, the Sentinels, and Robotech Shadow Chronicles.
I gotta
All of
find
them
that.
will be available in the U.S., Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and Chile.
Raheel.
September 28th. What did no price on it?
I know. I didn't see it.
Looks like it's going to be expensive. So
It
I
does.
say if you wait like six to 10 months, it'll probably it'll end up at like $55-$60. It'll probably come out at like 200.
Jeez.
Yeah, just follow Blu-ray.com.
Yeah.
Just keep watching that price. So what do we got left here for the small stories? Here we go. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child to premiere on Broadway in November, and they're reimagining it. They're retooling it. Now, I was scared when I saw the headline.
Into what?
Apparently, it's a 2-part play, so you have to go to see 2 shows. But because of with COVID and what happened and whatnot,
So they're reimagining the book.
No, they're going to make it into one big long play now. So you go to one show.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a one show experience instead of 2 nights or whatever. So
Okay, then I
the
understand.
world premiere will take place November 16th at Broadway's Lyric Theater in New York. The show will debut at the Quran in San Francisco on January 11th. Hey, that's a day I like to forget nowadays.
This getting
I know what day it is.
Is this getting any backlash over the J.K. Rowling thing, or are they over that?
Oh, well, funny you say that, Edson.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Because Data Eraser won
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I love this death threats against her.
They started right up immediately as soon as this news broke. So there have been death threats.
Death threats.
J.K.
You're,
Rowling.
you're ruining Harry Potter for me.
Yeah.
Even though you're the creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm going to kill J.K. Rowling. You know what? I'm going to kill J.K. Rowling. These are unbelievable. Just kill J.K. Rowling. I'll kill J.K. Rowling myself.
Oh my god.
Pee-pee
And-
poo-poo bitch, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Pee pee poo poo. What is it? What is it?
How enlightened.
These
So-
are the people that corporations are bending a knee for, by the way.
Die.
So this doesn't
Grow
go
up
against
and get
Twitter's
a fucking
rules or
life.
anything like that. Twitter's not kicking these people out, but they'll go after anybody who questions the vaccine or COVID or anything like that. Right?
Or
Right.
says
Well,
Valar Morghulis in English.
Well, you know, we talked about this on your show the other night, T-shirt. As has been permanently banned. And Nerdrotic, Eric July, and I think Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers are all serving a suspension right now.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, for quoting Game of Thrones.
But not for death threats, though.
No, and actually, it kind of hit a little bit close to home too, because Thomas Gilkey got hit also.
Thomas Gilkey?
Yeah, Thomas Gilkey's off Twitter. He posted up on YouTube about it yesterday.
Oh, I missed that. Gilkey's like the sweetest guy on the planet.
I know. He was pissed off too.
Oh my God. Hey,
crazy,
Brightest
man.
Day and Jacob Archer Barton have joined us. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, holy crap. I missed that. Gilkey. Holy. Wow. Holy cow.
Do they have they have a thing now? If you get so many strikes, you're banned for life, or is it just?
Well, yeah.
Well, they-
what it is sorry, Edson.
No, that's okay. That's good.
Go ahead.
I thought it was 3 different, but it could be a lot more complicated than that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the first time you get a 3-day suspension, then a 7, and then you're gone.
Right.
I think that's how it works. And then you can still appeal. Like Az can appeal if he takes the tweet down that they had a problem with, which was a quote from Game of Thrones. And then he can take it down and then appeal, and they might give it back to him. But he's just like, I don't care, I'm done. But you see some of these threats, like Sarah Paulson, blue checkmark actress.
Yeah.
Good night and shut up, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Ben O'Keefe, this woman is complete scum. Shut the fuck up, you transphobic fuck. Like,
wow.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine this helps any of these people's careers. I mean, come on.
But they're the virtuous ones. Keep that in mind when you see.
I guess
things like
so.
that. They're the
Wow.
good people on the right side of history. We're the bad people.
Yeah.
You know.
We are just passionate and we are just passionate fans who want
We're just
to
passionate fans.
Oh hell,
I know
they.
one passionate fan who's not happy about this one.
Ooh, well, okay.
This time
Honestly,
it was only 3 weeks this time, so
yeah, I can't. I don't care.
Release date has been delayed.
This could be a
yet
good
again.
thing, right? This could be a good thing.
Oh my god! How many times have that been delayed now?
couple of times.
Yeah, all these delays are not good, and they say bad things about the film. But I mean, honestly, I have lost so much enthusiasm for this movie. The more information we find out about it, the less interested in it I become, because it's like I remember the original one, and say what you will about the old one back in the 80s, but it actually was kind of enjoyable to watch. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the complete Dune story, but still, it was not bad. And the sci-fi ones were really pretty decent. They were pretty accurate. This,
I'm still hopeful about it. I heard good things about it.
I am too.
Robert Burnett said something good about it. I think he got a chance to look at the script or something like that.
Edson's a big Dune fan T-shirt, so you guys might have to get a throwdown here.
But I agree with you in terms of these type of things is not helping or not helping. Constantly doing this to the movie, moving it around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it really sucks that they have like the whole line of action figures out in the store right now. The movies, and has anybody else noticed? Every time I go, I'm like, oh, there's Dune figures.
It's a good.
They look cool, but who the fuck's gonna buy them if, you know?
Yeah,
and it's only part one, so it's not like they shot the two of them back to back. So if this one doesn't do well for whatever reason, that's it. You're done. Half the story.
That's the problem. They should have shot it back to back.
Yeah, and Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies out there in the audience. He's saying, "Just show the damn movie. I'm losing my interest for this one." Yeah, that's kind of how I am about it. It's kind of like if you had a quality product, you'd have shown it already. The fact that you're delaying it this many times says bad things about your film. Kind of like Black Widow.
Also when it comes to like Black Widow, like that's been delayed so many times that people just have lost their interest. It's like, okay, the movie finally comes out, but they're like, okay, whatever.
And to be clear, I'm a Dune fan. We talked about Dune actually today with Andre. Even Dune was good shit. The books were fucking awesome. I mean, Herbert had such a penetrating gaze into humanity as a whole, and it really came out very well through those books. So
yeah, he definitely has a unique way of writing for sure. He gets deep inside each character.
There are some books I really have to get into.
Yeah,
I really have to get
his
into
writing style is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, that saying that also makes it a little bit harder to translate that into like video form because he gets so deep into each character, and it's like sometimes that's hard to portray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd really have to kind of treat it like Peter Jackson treated the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and
absolutely
3-4 hour movies, right?
I read somewhere that these are trying to be similar to Stephen King's It, right, where they're releasing one and then the other. It's similar, and I guess that was the feel for it. I guess.
Yeah,
but what I read online,
pointed out they didn't shoot a second part, so if the first one doesn't make money, they won't.
They won't shoot
because the budget's so high for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and this is the material is just so dense. I'm like, is the general populace gonna want to trudge through it?
Well, they're gonna have to dumb it down at least a little bit.
I hope they don't. I mean, I hope they make it accessible to normal folks, because I remember going into the theater to see Dune originally, and they handed you a pamphlet before you went in.
That's right.
I remember that. I fucking remember that.
Really?
That's right.
Really?
That's right. Yep.
I agree with Glinzer. I think they should have been a series.
Yeah,
I think there is. I think HBO Max is working on a series.
It's right
not,
here.
not books.
Not from the original books, though. The series. It focuses in on one aspect of it, and it goes into the history of the sisterhood, the Bene Gesserit sisterhood.
But yeah, it would have been better as its own series, because then you can really get into the real meat of it.
Yeah,
I would like to see the Machine Wars, but
that would be good too.
Yeah. They could done a lot. They can done so much more with the series also, and deep dive more into the story. And
well, let's hope this only has to be one cut, not another cut.
I'm
going to take that long. Hopefully, it's one cut.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but is October 22nd the same day the new Bond movie comes out? And I'm wondering if HBO Max is looking at this because Amazon bought MGM and now has Bond.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm wondering if HBO Max is like, let's take Bond out head to head.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
October 8th.
October 8th. All right, I'm wrong. Never mind anything I just said. Disregard it. Let's move on.
No. October. wait. Hold on. No, hold on. October 8th was the original one. Now they're saying it's been delayed a couple of weeks. I think it is the 22nd. Oh, you're saying the Bond was October 8th. Is that what you're saying?
No, Bond is on October 8th.
Bond is October. Okay, all right.
Bond's October 8th.
Okay.
And then Top Gun's at that time too, right? Top Gun's coming out around that same time.
Jesus
That-
Christ.
One thing I and this is like bad language for me, but what would be cool? I think Dune could be some companies, like maybe HBO, even their next Game of Thrones, effectively. Except, of course, obviously the books are already finished, so they don't have to worry. But
Well,
you know,
could be better than Game of Thrones because they could just follow the book straight through. They don't have to try to make up stuff as they go along when they get to a certain point.
Exactly.
Get to the end and just wing it.
Yeah,
I agree. I should have been a series.
Let's hope it's more better than season 8.
Well, Daenerys just kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet.
Yeah.
She just kind of forgot. Fucking thousands of ships with fucking ballista on them. Yeah.
Maybe she has Alzheimer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she must be, losing it or something.
You must.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war, man.
So this next one I know nothing about, so I'm going to turn the room over to you guys. Edson, you brought this to us. John F. Trent covered. This came from Orville Nation's live stream. So
yeah, I couldn't believe that they had that story on there for. Well, they cover the Dark Matter series a lot, right? They have
he has Joseph Malaziano every week. Yeah.
How many seasons
seen the show
yet? It's really good. It's really good.
People want me to watch it, so I need to get into it at some point.
But I believe it got canceled, and at a certain point where there wasn't like a good ending, like one of those type of things.
Similar to Serenity and
right. So I think in this case, Orville Nations got them on, and he was trying to get pumping information to see whether they're trying to do additional miniseries just to put a good ending to it. I believe. So
it's a really good show. It's
an older show, isn't it?
It came out like 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And it didn't get much. I didn't see much press about it. It was just one of these things that I saw on Netflix, I think, and I just was like, "Oh, this looks cool." And I clicked it and watched the first season. And it was great. It's a band of misfits that kind of don't know why they're on this ship, and they find out eventually.
So it's like Picard, only better.
It's what? It's hard, only better.
It's definitely Picard, only better.
My chair, Six. It's my chair.
I'm still getting over the Gandalf the White comment that Pete made.
Oh, the GeekTime the White.
GeekTime the White.
That's what it looks like.
It literally, too, Pete. You guys have to. You guys
was so
white
funny.
balance off me. I'm so white.
Yeah. But with the straight light colored hair and the white T-shirt. Oh yeah, no, I think it. GeekTime the White. I come to you now at the turn of the tide.
I just got to get I'll have to get my neurotic beard going.
That's great.
If you people watching are not subscribed to Orville Nation, you should be. Get over to PJ's channel.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a great guy, and he comes up with some great content too. So a couple more fluffy stories before we get into the high opinion stories. Oh no! Couldn't see this coming.
Wasn't this reported in No Shit magazine? I stole that joke from Bill Maher, but still,
it's funny. It is funny.
Still, it's a great joke. Yeah, the 80-year-old man is injured on a movie set, an action movie set. No,
that
best thing for that movie to do is halt. It should just halt for good.
This is going to be Kathleen Kennedy's white whale. It's just
God.
I can see it coming.
It's gonna be washed up on shore, dead.
I really wonder what they're gonna do with, like, he had a son in the other movie and all that stuff. What they're gonna do with this one?
Yeah,
this is DOA and Arrival.
Supposedly, the plot has leaked, and it doesn't sound good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't read it.
I'll live up to the name if anybody wants to hear it.
Okay.
Okay, man.
It involves time travel.
Oh fuck, Jesus!
Are you
Yeah.
fucking serious?
Oh yeah, apparently it involves young Indy and old Indy, and there's supposedly two different endings. One where the old Indy dies, and the second one where the young Indy dies, and the girl puts on the hat and basically is going to keep on the adventures.
That's the one.
What?
That's the one they'll use. That's the one they're going to use.
What?
Phoebe
What?
Waller-Bridge is going to become the new Indiana Jones.
Oh,
I guarantee you.
My God.
I almost get a fucking heart attack right now. That sounds so terrible.
My brain hurts, Mr. Gumby.
Like when I read the Powerpuff Girl leaked script, that was so bad, and now this. Oh my God.
Kathleen Kennedy. A new rumor claims that Disney and Lucasfilm have shut down production on Indiana Jones 5 after Harrison Ford suffered an injury that now appears to be more severe than originally thought. Ford was reportedly injured earlier this week while allegedly rehearsing a fight scene.
Fighting at 80.
A Disney spokesman confirmed the injury and noted it involved his shoulder. Not only did they confirm the injury, but they noted production would continue.
He was fighting a bottle of pills.
Not continued.
He got injured fighting a bottle of pills.
Yeah.
Elderly potheads. Why did it have to be elderly potheads?
It said push down and turn. Oh!
He probably tore his rotator cuff or something and needs surgery now. And they'll probably be down for...
Yeah.
Listen, who thought this was a good idea? I mean, come on, seriously. It's over.
But is that what Harrison Ford looked like in the show?
This is him here.
He looks like the dude from Jeepers Creepers. He looks like the creeper.
It's sad.
You can't,
oh man.
Now you can't unsee it. But.
Just save your career, man. Let it go.
Recast him. If you want to do more indie movies, there's plenty of Chris's out there.
And if you're gonna have a young indie and you want to do something with a young indie, just recast him as a young with a young actor.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
So, hang on. There's a Grace Randolph statement here. So
who is that?
Grace Randolph.
That's Grace Randolph. Oh shit.
Grace Randolph is saying that the production is shut down, and Scooper at WDW Pro, Pirates and Princesses, the Clownfish people, also claims that production is shut down. Harrison Ford's previously detailed injury is more severe than previously known. While we heard from sources that Disney was being overly optimistic about the injury in their public relations release, it seems that Indiana Jones 5 will now have to stop filming for a minimum of 6 weeks while Ford recovers. He tore something.
Yeah, he probably tore it bad.
Yep.
Yeah, but at that age, you tear something, it's gone. You're not.
How old was he again?
He's almost 80.
Yeah. He's almost 80, right? Yeah.
Well, I could see what the millions of dollars in paycheck they're going to give him is going to go to. It's going to be hospital bills,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Keith.
No,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, Indiana Jones. Obviously, Keith and I. It's one of our favorite films.
Oh yeah,
the first one.
Raiders. Is my favorite.
Raiders is by far. I mean, anytime it actually shows in a small theater around here, Keith always calls me up and he's like, dude, you want to go see Raiders?
I'm there.
So, I mean, sometimes it's just let good things die. I hate to say it, but every good thing's going to die anyway. So just let
They should have never made the fourth one. They should have run off.
I mean, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt. If you really need to make more of these things, there's been how many James Bonds? There's been how many Batman actors?
True.
Too many.
When I saw
reboot it, but
when I saw Pratt in the first Jurassic World,
where
she comes to his little hut cabin there, and he's got the white shirt and he's kind of grubby looking and he's snarky, and I'm like, Indiana Jones, he can do this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
he could have done this. He could have done that. They could have if they want a young one, they could recast.
And especially if they're making Nazis the bad guy again, just put it in the 30s.
Well, and
they said the N word.
Yahtzees. Or what do we call them? European people from the 1930s.
Bad European people from the 1930s.
They could have done something similar to Solo, where it's just a younger kind of,
Cast him. I don't whatever. Just don't use the 80-year-old.
Right. And especially because you just changed directors. You have James Mangold taking over, so it's a perfect time to just kind of reboot it a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though this comes a week after James Mangold attacked Salty Nerd and a whole bunch of other people on Twitter in this like tirade for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Just attacking people and calling them names and everything else.
Isn't he the one who made the Logan movie?
Yeah, he's a great director. He makes awesome films.
Yeah.
It was shocking to see like he unraveled, and I'm thinking that there's a lot of pressure on him to try to save this thing, and I think he knows it's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
He's got to know. He's got to know.
Probably.
And the bad thing is, if this film does do badly, Hollywood will throw him right under the bus, like he never did a single good project.
Oh, what's going to happen is that if it goes bad, they're probably going to do something else again, and they're just going to call up J.J. Abrams.
Oh no!
That's what they're going to do. I'm calling it.
He must have like a ledger book full of indiscretions and stuff on all the people in Hollywood, because that's the only way I can think of how he keeps getting work, because he sucks.
Yeah. Well, Steven Spielberg, he used to babysit Spielberg's kids, so he's got the Spielberg seal of approval. So
wow.
Rides around on that. T-shirt, your audio is getting cracklier and cracklier.
Oh, let me fix it. Hang on.
Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. It's sad. I remember when I saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I was so excited.
I was too.
And I went opening night, and my girlfriend at the time said she was just watching my face go like turn from excitement to horror.
Wow.
It's just, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you gotta be kidding, and that was just awful.
It must be bad. 3 people were telling me that my mic was cracking. It sounds okay now?
It's good now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree with I agree with Londell, though. I mean, I thought after the 3rd movie, when Indy saves his father, that was a great outro. And
they ride off into the sunset.
You have
right off to the sunset.
And his best friend Sala, and Marcus, his mentor, and his father, and they ride off into the sunset.
It was perfectly ended right there.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I continue to tell people there's only 3 Indiana Jones films.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, there's only 6 Star Wars movies. There's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
2 Alien movies.
There's only 2 Alien movies.
Yeah.
What about Predator?
I kind of liked Alien Resurrection. That was pretty good.
It's just not canon, though.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch. I mean, hell, it had Ron Perlman in it. Come on now.
That's true. That's true. Oh.
Yeah. In hindsight, it explains a lot. 6 in hindsight. So, Mega City 1. Did you guys hear about Judge Dredd Mega City 1?
Oh, I think I've heard about this.
I saw Az reporting on this morning, so I had to go find it. So, quick backstory. I guess Carl Urban has pretty much almost been begging to reprise his role as Dredd after the movie. And the movie didn't do well, but it's like a cult hit. And
yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
And
it is pretty good.
To Carl Urban's credit, who is one of the few Hollywood people I think is a cool guy, he didn't need to have that vanity thing where he had to take his helmet off every 10 minutes so everybody could see his face. He wore it the whole time. Unlike like Pedro Pascal, who's like, I can't wear this helmet. Everybody has to see my pretty face.
Or Kylo Ren, who always took his mask off and put it on again and off again.
Right, yeah. So he wanted to show everybody that he's in a boy band. So, unfortunately, well, they're going to make the show that they've been talking about for years now. But guess what? Not only will it be far more satirical.
No.
The main character in the pilot is America Jara. In the comics, America Jara is the daughter of a Puerto Rican couple who had moved to Mega City 1 in search of a better life.
Yeah.
The actions of the city's judges caused her to choose a dark path that eventually led her to terrorism and murder. America Jara, being the main character, is to be expected as the show adapts the America storyline.
No.
So it's a Judge Dredd show without Judge Dredd.
That makes no fucking sense, though.
Where did I hear that before? Predator?
Yes.
What made the Dredd movie, the second one, The only one, really, in my opinion. But the Dredd, what made the Dredd movie so good? You know, Dredd wasn't the main character in it. It was actually the Psy character, the rookie, yeah. Right. And the deal is, it was the rookie who basically had the arc throughout the film that you saw her kind of evolve.
Right.
You know, but Dredd was Dredd the entire movie. You know, there was no arc. Right. Yeah, as it should have been. And
what was
just from reading that article, it's just dumb because it's like, okay, from everything I remember in the comic books, Mega City 1 is a big, giant, oppressive meat machine, for people.
Right.
Why would you move someplace to go there where,
in search of a better life?
Yeah, it's like, what were you living in before?
That's like people leaving Metropolis to go to Gotham City in search of a better life, right?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was the character's name Anderson? Mrs. Anderson.
Yeah. Judge Anderson.
So why didn't they just? They could have made the show about her, like continuing her rise to become a judge and all this kind of stuff. Or maybe she is a judge now. Maybe she's getting, burdened by the job and having difficulty processing things. You could do so many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, they have to lay out one giant virtue signal.
And it says down there, Judge Dredd is a supporting character in this series, either being portrayed as a villain or an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I can already tell you, like, if this character is gonna go bad, there's only one way this series is gonna end, and that's with Judge Dredd putting a fucking bullet in her.
Yeah, which should probably be before the end of the pilot, actually.
I would think so. But.
So and it's one of these things that they've been doing a lot lately too, where they want us to root for the bad person. They want us to empathize with the bad person for no other reason that they're just bad.
Wait, where have we seen that before? Oh yes, Winter Soldier. We're supposed to empathize with the terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the last? Did you see the last line of that? Scroll down.
Currently, this?
No.
America was written to show that Judge Dredd is
arguably the villain in his own series.
It says up here that she led to terrorism and murder. She's a murderer and a terrorist.
Yeah, but apparently, Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, if you've read the original Judge Dredd comics, he's not necessarily a good guy because he's a fascist. Because the city is pretty much fascist. The judges are harsh and nasty and stuff.
Right.
But the level of the criminals that they deal with are just fucking off the charts, psychotic.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're given the power to be judge, jury, executioner.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
I am the
law. This is why they're doing this too. T-shirt. It's the defund the police kind of thing. So.
Oh shit! Really?
It's like Judge Dredd's a cop, so let's blow him up.
God.
Yeah. So
Jesus. You should have queued up this Sylvester Stallone soundbite. I am the law.
Actually, Jude, this is about the time where you would say, when they were sitting around the conference table.
I'll save that for a later story.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So, Jace, before the show, you told us you're going to the theater next week.
Yeah.
To see Black Widow.
Low interest, forecast, potentially poor box office.
Yeah,
that's what I feel. I have a big feeling it's gonna suck. I have a big feeling.
Yeah, this is a stoner film, dude.
This is interesting.
You just go.
What was it? Box office something, not Mojo, is another one. Predicted it's going to make all kinds of money, based on absolutely nothing but their feeling on it. Oh, it's just going to make money because it's a Marvel movie and it's going to do great. WDW Pro here on Pirates and Princesses actually did, what's this thing? Go away. Actually went and did tracked Google trends for 5 movies coming out. Space Jam 2, Luca, Quiet Place 2, Loki the TV show, and Black Widow. And this goes from June of last year, so about a year ago, to this year. And purple's Black Widow, and you can see the purple line.
It's not done that well. Doesn't go well at all.
No, it's been flatlined, which means there's like no internet buzz for this movie whatsoever. It's interesting looking at some of the other ones too, like Yellow Quiet Place 2, right up till the release, and then of course it dropped off. You know, what's it been out like 6 weeks now?
Yeah,
5-6 weeks.
There was buzz for this about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
exactly.
There was buzz for this right after Iron Man 2.
I fully agree.
I think what else is funny, I mean, you know, Space Jam 2, which I have no interest in seeing, is also pretty beat. So,
it doesn't go well.
It spikes
on
up
the charts.
It spikes up here in late March, and I think that's around the time when they redesigned Lola Bunny, isn't it? So people were probably Googling
maybe.
Lola Bunny design.
Yeah.
And then they saw it and went, I'm not going to see that.
I'll be totally honest. I will see Black Widow, and I'll probably see it at the theater because I want to believe that it's probably one of the last good Marvel movies.
I do too. What I just heard on Midnight's Edge After Dark was not promising.
Oh
no, I'm gonna watch it next week when the premiere comes. So, so me and my best friend, we are so not hyped. We are really scared. Like it's gonna, if it sucks, we're just gonna okay. It was worth going to the cinema again for the first time in a long time, but
well, either way, it's gonna give us all material, right?
Yeah, have something to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm just I just wonder who really is, what's his name again? The bad guy. I always forget this. Taskmaster. I wonder who is Taskmaster in that movie.
It's a whammon.
It's a woman.
It is?
Yep.
Yes. It's Rachel Wise.
Is it confirmed?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
I know.
No, I don't want to believe it. No. Taskmaster is a man.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
And this is one of the few. Like this is a character you should not. You should not gender swap Taskmaster. Of all the characters, you can't. You should not.
Yeah. I feel that I would punch the wall.
Don't. Maybe they'll pull a Mandarin. Maybe they'll pull a Mandarin. Oh, I'm not actually the Mandarin. I'm an actor.
I'm an actor. Yeah.
That's we can only
I'm
hope.
from Norway and I'm an actor. Yeah.
So Pete, actually, the little bump was for the Space Jam 2 trailer. So
okay.
The trailer backfired apparently because instead of going up, the interest went right back down. So
nice.
So, but they,
delightful.
if this data holds up, I think it's going to be fun to watch Disney go into full blown panic if Black Widow craters right out of the gate. They haven't had a movie in 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, they'll just start buying up tickets and saying how it's going to be $1 billion movie and all the other lies and horse shit that they said about Captain Marvel.
I was going to say.
Yeah. So I did a little research here, and there is a female version of Taskmaster.
Of course there is.
In a Marvel. It appeared in a Marvel Max series of Deadpool Max. This version became a mother figure to the young version of Deadpool when she kidnapped his muskrat troop. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Guaranteed in the last 5 or 6 years, guaranteed.
I don't know.
Just like female Loki is brand new in the comics too.
I don't read Deadpool. So I have
and
no clue.
the whole shipping with Lady Loki and Loki. My god.
Oh, tell them go
if
fuck
they're
yourself.
Pulling that in the show, dude, they would have probably done it if they got the chance. They probably want to do it in the show. Why not? People already want it.
I think
they want him to F himself.
Marvel's about to get a reality check in this next year, I think.
Yeah.
So there's been
Batmobile broke a wheel, Joker got away.
Well, this is funny. Okay,
Batman
so
smells, Robin
to preface this,
Batmobile lost its wheels, and Joker got away.
Doomcock reported a while back that he heard that the initial screening of the Batman is so bad they delayed it another year, and they were going back into reshoots, and it was nowhere was confirmed or anything. But apparently, this will confirm it, right? Matt McGloin at Cosmic News has posted this tweet. On the set of Batman, the Batmobile broke down. So they are doing reshoots.
Yeah,
it burnt the clutch out. But I was gonna say, actually, you know what happened to it, right? What they're really not telling you is Pattinson put it to that actress so hard on the hood of that car that he actually cracked the fucking engine block with his dick.
The Batmobile is pregnant.
Yes.
It's a salty substance in the gas tank.
Yes.
Maybe he didn't have sex with Catwoman. He had sex with the car. Like Pando from Disney Star Wars.
There you
go. It broke down because it hates you. It hates you. It hates you as an actor.
So
fuck this.
Beyond the car breaking down, it confirms that they are back in reshoots. So this would be what, the second round of reshoots, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie is probably not...
Maybe he just doesn't know how to stick shift, and that's the problem.
I'd say he stuck it to something.
I mean, he's not that manly. I mean, come on.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was
Why is there more than two pedals here?
My God.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna hold out hope because Matt Reeves is a good director, and I'm hoping
he is. Like, I really hope so that the movie will go well. I really hope so, man. But
if that movie tanks, it's not going to be because of the director. So.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think Robert is a good actor when he gets the right roles. So I really hope that he will do this role with justice. Like, I really hope he gets good scripts and everything that really fits him.
I think his Bruce Wayne will be fine. It's just that all you've heard is that he's so much smaller than the stunt people.
Yeah.
That it's been hard to match them up.
Yeah, well, he did work out and stuff, but he's the kind of person who doesn't get super big because he's too skinny, right?
He's lean.
So it's so it's really hard for him to get really big with muscles.
I don't think he put the effort into. I mean, like, you could get a trainer that can bulk you up.
Yeah,
you can, but not everyone can. Like, I know people that can't get big and they're like skinny as him.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah, but Michael Keaton wasn't a big dude. I mean, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't big at all.
No, I mean they made it work, but I don't know if there's hope for him.
I don't know.
Just cross our fingers. Just hope for the best. Keith,
you haven't laughed once.
All we know is what's been reported, over and over, is that Matt Reeves has not been able to handle this dude whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Just sad.
What are you talking about? I've been laughing.
He could still play. He still fits Terry McGinnis better than Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. What upsets me about stuff like this, and this is not the first story like this, is just kind of like, every geek's dream would be to be able to play one of these characters on the screen.
Totally.
And then when you see, these professional actors just fucking off and calling out the fans and all this other bullshit. Oh man, it's just twice as infuriating.
Right. Yep. I agree. Oh, well, we'll see. I guess 2023 now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Keep your calendars open, guys.
and then 2024, and then
I'm gonna get pushed back more times than Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Oh no kidding.
Yeah, how many
actually come out?
It did come out at the end, but how many times did that get pushed back? Godzilla versus Kong.
At least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
at least. But that was goof related, not production related.
And admittedly, okay, that movie was just stupid fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stupid being the key word. The plot was awful.
Yeah, well, it still beats King of the Monsters hands down.
Oh, I gotta disagree with you there.
Yeah, I like.
Really?
I preferred King of the Monsters more. It's got a 3-headed space dragon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love King Ghidorah also, but I mean, that film, no.
You know what? As Pete likes to say, and I'm in total agreement, I don't care. Give me 2 hours of monsters punching each other, and I'm happy.
True. Absolutely.
So, I've been saying for at least the last year to friends and whatnot, I'm like, where's Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
And I like to say, and you notice that the cancel culture mob has not gone after him because he knows how to handle them.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give it back, right? So John F. Trent put this together. He made an appearance on Bill Maher Friday night.
Yeah.
And it was a quick soundbite. It came up, but it's a loaded soundbite. And I put, in the opening video, we saw the clip, a lot of clips, but he says there's been a thing that's going on, especially this last year, where ideology is more important than art.
Mm-hmm.
And Maher says certainly to the award, he says, yeah, it's like ideology trumps art, ideology trumps individual effort, ideology trumps good, ideology trumps entertaining. And this should be on a t-shirt. This is everything that we've been speaking of. We've been saying. Yep. This is everything we've asked for. We just want art. We want good stuff, good stories, good characters, and something that entertains us.
Yeah, that's what we want. We can
that's all we've ever wanted.
We just want our entertainment back.
Yeah, and we can just leave the normal world and just live in the movie and just enjoy it and don't need to think about real life.
Right.
And the thing about Tarantino is that he takes risks, and that's why everybody remembers his films, because everybody knows Pulp Fiction. Everybody knows all of his movies.
Right.
Kill Bill and everything.
Right.
I'm just gonna play this clip real quick because some people joined late and whatnot. If they haven't seen it, make sure get the audio up here.
There has become a thing that's gone on. It seems like in this, especially this last year, where what's the word I'm looking at? Ideology is more important than art.
Way more, certainly to the awards.
Yeah. And it's just, it's like, ideology trumps art. Ideology trumps individual effort. Ideology trumps good. Ideology trumps entertaining.
There's two kinds of movies, virtue signalers and superhero movies.
Yeah.
And even those are virtue signals now.
Yeah, Marvel is trying to combine the two.
The same thing. Yeah.
So, and I think one of the points he makes too is really important. It's the idea of meritocracy. That you're hired on merit, not because of skin color or anything else, any other kind of identity politic. And that seems to have gone away too. We're seeing people hired because they say the right things or they look a certain way and they're underqualified. I mean, you got the showrunner for WandaVision admitting she has no idea basically, I have no idea what I'm doing, right? And I've never read a comic book because for some reason reading little bubbles is too difficult. Like she said, I struggle to read a comic book. What's the struggle? It takes 15 minutes. Little bubbles. Art.
Yeah, again, people
they all
aggravate
have
me.
They all have these guidelines where, a certain percentage has to be this and a certain percentage has to be that. And it's like they don't care about whether they're good for the part or anything like that or a good writer. It just has to fit a certain group.
And he was going to retire, right? After his last movie?
After his last movie. He's going to go on to write books and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, Tarantino did criticize modern Hollywood. He does believe this current phase it is in will pass. And, I mean, we've heard it from Cameron Pasha. We've heard it from a lot of people saying that. When? It just feels like it's getting worse.
It does.
It is getting worse. Maybe it will pass one day, but it's going to be a long time till that will happen.
Right. Yeah.
Because it just gets worse and worse. And the cancel culture they just get bigger and bigger and attack more and more, and the whole woke and everything it just gets worse.
Yeah, and I agree with Zach's 7, who says Tarantino's the template for handling this garbage, and that's the last soundbite I put in on the intro video where he said you have you have film critics and then social critics, and he ignores the social critics because he's just not going to play into that nonsense, and that's the solution. And you see it over and over when people start bending a knee and apologizing. It snowballs on them and actually makes it worse.
Yeah.
And okay, the film that that lady was actually calling him out on at the beginning was it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And I saw that movie in the theater, and I remember Margot Robbie in it very well. And she had a whole segment of the film that was dedicated just to her being, Sharon Tate.
And that's funny because Tarantino was on Joe Rogan today, and I listened to the whole thing while I was working, and or most of it anyway. He talked about that exact moment And he said, she spends most of the time in the movie by herself.
Yeah, she does.
She's doing things by herself. So he's like, so he goes, I could have wrote in Sharon's little dog, could have been with her, and she could have been talking to the dog the whole time, but that's not the point. That's not what, that's not the point. The point is she was doing these things alone, and he didn't want to give her internal monologues or anything cheap, because her performance lets you know what's going on anyway. You know, acting is not always talking.
Right.
A lot of acting is physical or eye, little expressions, eye movements,
everything. Yeah,
everything.
Foot movements.
And I agree with you. I didn't walk out of that theater
every
going,
single small thing.
Right. T-shirt. I'm with you. I didn't walk out of that movie going, what was that girl again? There was a girl in there, right?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
No.
You remember she was Sharon.
You remember her really, really well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a pretty good movie too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The ending of it was fucking awesome.
yeah. Oh my god, I love
it. It was such a like a twist at the end of it, and I'm just kind of like, because I was so sure of what was going to happen.
If you get a chance, listen to the Rogan show. He talks about that. Like Dan Aykroyd called him up, and he said, Donna and I just saw the movie and love the ending. Boy, those hippies picked the wrong house to fuck with.
They did. They did pick the wrong house.
And the funny thing is, it's like, I wasn't around in the 60s. I was born in 73, so I was born after all that stuff. But the thing is, it's like, I took my mother to go see it with me because she's a Tarantino fan too, surprisingly. And, as we were watching it, you see the Manson family, women and all that other stuff. And I looked over at my mom halfway through the film, and I'm like, golly, man, I didn't realize the hippies were that fucking dirty. I mean, she looks nasty.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, they kind of were.
Yeah, they really were. I love the film, and I'm sad he's only got one more to go. But he said he wants to go out on top of his game. He always makes the analogy to an athlete or a boxer who goes that one fight too long or that one.
Well, he still has to do Kill Bill 3.
That's technically not another movie. That's a sequel.
That's
the same
true.
film.
He considers Kill Bill 1 and 2 one movie. So if he makes a third part, he might say it's still one movie.
He said he said he was going to make a third one. He just wanted to wait till the character was older, the little girl,
the daughter. Yeah,
the daughter.
He talks about that on Rogan. It's fun. I got about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour left, but it's really, really good interview. So, yeah.
I love Kill Bill though.
I love all that stuff.
Oh yeah. There is.
And to me, since Robert Richardson became his DP, starting with Kill Bill Volume 1, like the whole look, the cinematography just went to a whole new level.
Yeah.
You could watch him on mute and just watch the
if you think about Tarantino too, he's a complete hack. I mean, he stole so much stuff from, old samurai films and westerns and stuff, but it works. It's funny.
Yeah.
It works.
Well, he pays homage. He's actually
he does pay homage to. I shouldn't say he's a hack, but he does steal a lot of that. A lot of the camera moves and a lot of that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, but he freely admits it. He's paying homage to all the stuff he watched growing up.
Right.
And he mentioned that him and his writing partner, name escapes me now, Roger Avery. They're starting their own podcast soon.
Ooh,
and it's the title of the video store he worked at in Manhattan Beach, and they're just going to talk about old straight to VHS movies and stuff.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, how do you put it? We're going to examine cult movies from VHS cult movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah. When you had to go to a video store and ask what movie would you recommend?
Yeah. So I figured this was a pretty good story to buddy up with Tarantino, since they're kind of opposite ends of the spectrum.
Sigh.
Before we do that, exactly a year ago, this came out.
That's right.
The Dismantling White Supremacy at Work handbook from JJ.
What?
Yeah. Everyone at Bad Robot had to read this thing. You can you can download the PDF.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was.
I like the word dismantling, like as if like we have to find a way to dismantle it.
June 24th of last year, so it's like exactly a year ago almost. At Bad Robot, we are committed to dismantling white supremacy at work and at large. We are following leading academics, activists, and artists and have compiled an evolving set of resources that we're sharing with friends and colleagues. Onward. And that went over like a fart in church. Somebody's here. Who's here? Oh my God!
Oh goodness! Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Man, if I was a betting man, I should have made a bet.
I'm hot. How are you?
I know, it's gross. It's gross.
So gross. So gross.
Stacy!
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the show again.
Hey.
Back.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It has.
So Amazon has decided to not only announce a new policy, but also implement a playbook. Actually, give me a second here.
A new inclusion policy.
Yes.
Okay.
And playbook, which playbook is the more operative term. I had another link that actually had the playbook. Hang on a second. If I could find it.
Hey, Mr. Lundell.
Where is
it's kind of funny.
Six ducked out too early then.
That's right. She'll be back.
We're actually the same person. We can't be on at the same time.
That makes sense.
There it is.
Con guy. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, Con guy, welcome back. Okay, so here we go. So Deadline reported June 16th, which was like the day after our last stream. Amazon Studios sets inclusion policy and playbook for its content and productions. You guys are seeing this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because I have too many windows open. So basically, this article is great because it bullets it right out. So each film or series with a creative team or with 3 or more people in above-the-line roles, which is directors, writers, producers, whatnot, should ideally include a minimum 30% women, 30% members of an underrepresented racial ethnic group. This aspirational goal will increase to 50% by 2024. So right there, they're telling you. So, Jude, if you and I and a third person came up with an idea and tried to pitch it, me or you, one of us has to go. Right off the bat. We can't work together.
Unless you're with me. Unless you're with me.
But no, we still need... No, 1 woman, 1 person of color, 1 white person.
Right.
Yeah.
Casting actors whose identity, gender identity, nationality, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, disability aligns with the character they will be playing.
That's the one.
Wait, what?
So you can't act anymore. You have to. So you have to cast a blind actor.
That's the one that got
Get out of here.
And there's a story coming up where this comes into play. There's a story coming up. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a fucking
because acting is about pretending, so you can't pretend anymore. You just have to actually be whatever.
Well, Al Pacino is problematic because he played a blind man.
Al Pacino played a Cuban.
That's
yes,
right.
He did.
Well, and Leonardo DiCaprio did a really good job playing someone with special needs. So you'd have to get someone.
Yeah. So did Sean Penn.
Yeah.
And Ben Stiller.
And Ben Stiller, yes.
Look at Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, right?
Oh, well, it's a whole. It's a whole. That's a whole joke, but in itself. But
well, it is. But hey, Charlton Heston played a Mexican.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's there's a little problematic back then.
He won an Academy for that too. Paulie and I were talking about the other day. We were looking at 6 times non-Hispanics have actually won or been nominated for Academy Awards while playing Hispanic roles, including Marlon Brando, who was in Viva Zapata. He almost won. He was nominated for the Academy, but he did not win it. But Charlton Heston did win it.
Wow.
Now, how many Hispanics have won Oscars? Do you know?
Not too many, if any.
One.
Wow.
One.
Who was it?
Jose Ferrer won for Cyrano de Bergerac back in 1955.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
My God.
Wow.
So
I gotta get Paulie on here. I love Paulie.
I'm surprised
because they weren't having Hispanic players play Hispanic, so there's a reason why not that many could have gotten awards, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I'm surprised Edward James almost didn't win anything in his career.
Shocking,
almost
isn't it?
did. Almost.
What's that?
Yes, yeah.
He almost. did.
What was he nominated
Almost
for?
did. Ha,
No,
ha,
I
ha,
made a
ha,
joke
ha.
about his name.
Almost. That who missed.
Haha.
Wa-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Comedy.
Aiming to include one character from each of the following categories in speaking roles, with a minimum of 50% of these to be women. LGBTQIA+, person with disability, and 3 regionally underrepresented race, ethnic, cultural groups. A single character can fulfill one or more of these identities.
Oh,
Now
I
they're telling you.
have an idea.
Now they're telling you which characters you can put in your script.
Wow.
Okay,
I'm curious what their standards for a disability is. Can ADHD be a disability?
Probably.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, we all have that, right? No, we all have something, right?
Yeah. I gotta go.
Like what? Yeah, I can't.
Well,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, they needed racially ethnic groups. I know exactly who they could get all the Uyghurs out of the camps and have one of those guys on all the sets.
Ooh.
So there you go.
I'm gonna sound really ignorant, but what's the IA plus?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? LGBTQIA plus.
Indifferent? No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. Lundell asked about Anthony Quinn. He did win the Academy for Best Supporting Actor twice, but not Best Actor. That's a key difference. It's like
Hispanic?
Anthony Quinn. Yeah, he was.
Wow. Oh, he's not anymore.
Well, he's kind of dead. He suffered a slight case of death. You stop being Hispanic when you die. You just become dead.
Oh,
right.
Okay. We all end up the same. So that's
He has ceased to be. He's shoved up.
We should all return to stardust in the end.
Unless you're a white wizard like me. Seeking at least 3 bids from vendors or suppliers on productions, one of which must be from a woman-owned business and one from a minority-owned business. So this kind of almost goes along with this one, where when you go to hire, you have to now you could solicit bids, but if more than one comes in from a white person company, you throw it out.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now what this set of rules is going to do. This is going to make film production cost more.
Yep.
This is going to make ticket prices go way the fuck up.
Yep.
And the reason I know this is because my regular job, which I won't say what it is, but those of you who know me know what it is.
I know what it is.
The place I work has to use approved, air quotes, vendors.
Yes, I worked in a similar institution. Yes. Yep.
So, and that's the thing. It's like these approved vendors can charge whatever they like, and usually they overcharge the institution that they are, and this is what's going to happen.
Yep. Well, that combined with the fact that you have to hire people because of what they identify as or look like versus, again, merit. They could have, you can't hire this great grip or, AC
qualified
because they have phenomenal resume, but they're the wrong identification, right? So now you're going to hire someone incompetent and then probably have to replace that person.
Right.
Yeah. Pay equity across casting, behind the camera staff and crew, and for vendors and suppliers.
I could.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not a problem.
And the whole LGBT, it's the last parts there is questioning, intersex, and ally. And ally is
ally.
Intersex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also ally, like
ally.
It's like when you support. Yeah, when you support, it's not a typically a queer person, but it's a person who cares, who supports, and a lot of other stuff.
I think that's most people aren't. Aren't a lot of people
that's
allies?
That's like 99.5% of America.
Right.
Is that the loophole? I can, therefore you can now identify.
Oh, that's true.
As that.
Well,
I'm an ally. So Jude,
I'm an ally. So therefore,
you're part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yeah, I don't see pansexuals in there either.
Yeah, the whole thing, the longer name is like LGBTQIAAP.
The plus is like
there
whatever else, right?
Wow, we're at the very end. Nobody remembers us.
Holy moly!
No, I mean
That's
all
why.
these
That's
don't.
what. That's why I just say the alphabet community, because they have too many fucking letters.
That's exactly it. And like every 3 months is another letter on there, and it's like
true.
It just be LT, LGBT, and then put a plus, and so whatever you want to associate as, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have the plus at the end, but they always make the name longer, and they end with
Yeah.
the plus, and it gets longer, ends with the plus. It's just can you?
I
In
think
case we forgot one.
the plus hangs there so they can tack another letter on when they have
Right, right.
Oh, maybe.
To be concluded.
It's the streaming service.
Right.
But do these rules even matter anymore? I mean, they allow anybody to identify as anybody else. So what difference does that make?
I guess.
Can't you just say I'm whatever I want to say? I mean,
I guess. But
these
here's my
days-
favorite part of the whole thing. With the establishment of our inclusion policy and inclusion playbook, Amazon Studios has committed itself to being a thought and action leader in the transformation of our industry. Said white woman Jennifer Salke, head of Amazon Studios. I don't see her giving up her position
right
to make this better, right? No, she's going to hang on to her job.
Oh yeah.
Stand there and and play the virtuous one. We know how much work there is to be done to improve representation both on camera and behind the scenes, and it starts at home with us. Exactly. Resign. With clear directives and a commitment to accountability, these guides provide a path toward a more equitable future on and off camera.
Okay, now here's where we're gonna have lots of problems too. Just today, Master of the TDS, I think it was, posted up a short video where a guy was so happy because he had just gotten surgery to change his facial features to Korean. He says, I've always been trapped in the wrong ethnicity, so now I'm actually Korean.
Exactly.
And what's going to happen? People are going to do this kind of stuff, and then they're going to demand to get these roles because they are this race or that race or whatever, and then people are going to be like, "Oh no, you're actually really not that race," and they're going to be like, "Well, who are you? Now you're oppressing me." And
right.
Oh.
I mean, the only way that they start losing money, all that stuff's going to go right out the window really fast.
Oh yeah,
let's face it. Let's come down. The only color these people really stand behind is green.
True.
So it's it just reminded me of the J.J. Abrams playbook from last year, which ended up, I don't think it ever really did anything. I think it just got ignored.
Right. It got made fun of, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where am I here? Okay. Yes. To the Tolkien lovers in the crowd, Tolkien.
Tolkien. You gotta do it like a Boston accent. You gotta say Tolkien. Tolkien. Hey, it's in the sauce. Tolkien.
The society's having a seminar on Tolkien. Now you got me
There's
screwed
an
up.
L in there.
Tolkien.
Hey.
University. So let's
Hey.
look at some of these sessions they're having here. Gondor in Transition: A Brief Introduction to Transgender Realities in Lord of the Rings.
That's what he was thinking when he was writing the book. J.R.
Problem
Tolkien.
of Pain, portraying physical disability in the fantasy of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Dwarfs? What?
Applying traumatic stress and ecological frameworks to narratives of displacement and resettlement across cultures in Middle Earth. Pardoning Saruman, the queer in Tolkien's work.
He's not queer.
What?
Nothing in those books ever even. Somebody is just making conjecture at this point.
Doesn't matter.
What the
Projecting
hell?
Indian myths, culture, and history into Tolkien's worlds.
Why? It's based on a mythology that is, largely Eurocentric. Why would you want to project another mythos? That's like saying, your Christ is actually the reincarnation of, Indra, the Hindu deity. It's like, it's not going to fly.
Are they suggesting that Saruman and Gandalf were kind of behind the scenes there?
Or
Phagalus?
Orcs. The Losoth in
English.
That's exactly how it's said, Keith.
The problematic perimeters of Elrond, half Elven and Ronald English Catholic. Harkening to the other. Athrobeth,
Okay.
Finrod. You want me to stop?
Oh no, just to clarify, the Losoth were a remnant of the Frorod Wraith that survived the ravages of the end of the First Age. They dwelt in the far northwest of Middle Earth during the time of Lord of the Rings in a land of bitter cold. They were described as using bones tied to their feet as ice skates, were a semi-nomadic people. They were not akin to the Idane, but more like the men of Dunland. So basically, they were like, I guess you would make them like the equivalent of like the Finns.
Okay.
In Tolkien's world, you know?
So they're studying their indigeneity. I think I said it right that time.
Yeah, since they were semi-nomadic, I'm guessing what they're going to try to do is liken them to the American Indians.
Okay. Nomadic, right. Harkening to the other. I already did that one. The invisible other.
I love
Tolkien's dwarf women and the feminine lack.
Oh, please! Just because they never showed any dwarf women in the show or in the movies or the books.
Desire of the Ring and Indian academics' adventures in her quest for the perilous realm. That's the only sounding one. Like
that sounds sexual somehow.
Yeah, it just sounds like a reimagining or something. The rest of these sound like queer atheists, agnostics, and animists. Oh my! Hidden visions, iconographies of alterity in Soviet bloc illustrations for Lord of the Rings.
This sounds like the worst seminar ever, dude. This is like a nightmare. This is like when you can't wake up from a nightmare.
This is something. This is the kind of shit that your company pays for, so that you have to attend as a mandatory meeting.
Yeah,
this is not something people will freely go to with an open mind.
Yeah. All that's coming to mind now is Peter Griffin just standing up and saying, "Somebody throw a pie or something."
Yeah. So anyway, there's like 15 or 20 of these things.
I want to show up in cosplay.
But the society signed off on this, so
I don't know that. Obviously, people that didn't read the books are going to this, and who in their right mind is a fan that would
it sounds like it's
participate in this
hijacked
shit.
by a bunch of higher ed.
Yeah, but it's.
I got an idea. Here's what we should do. We should see if we can't get a GoFundMe put together to go send Gary from Nerdrotic to this.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's a good, that's a good
Let's
idea.
Yes, let's totally send Gary to this.
You just see him stewing in the back of the room. Can I give me the mic? Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Him again. Give him the mic.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome.
You might send his blood pressure way.
Yeah, he might not.
Let's go to the ticket page here. Let's.
I have to handcuff him to the seat.
Oh, it's
Token
coming up
Society
this weekend.
Oh shit! It's too late.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it?
Oh,
it's gonna be
on
live stream.
Yeah, in their. Oh, they're gonna have it on their YouTube channel.
Oh, we can force him to watch it then. Totally.
Like a Clockwork
We
Orange.
should just get a shitload of people to troll the whole entire chat.
Yeah.
Just what I want to do on July 4th.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is watch Gary watch
need
this.
lots of beer.
We should send it. I'll send this to Gary.
Do it.
I don't know if he's aware of it, but I think he'll definitely pop in on it out of curiosity. More curiosity. He probably will. Yeah.
You could become a member of this shit.
I mean, it probably used to be like a
wait. We
thing,
could gift
right?
him. We could gift him a membership.
True.
What's this?
Oh, it's not that
my
expensive.
God.
Oh, I'll pay that.
I'll pay that too.
Up at the top says gift
To him,
membership.
he would love it. He would love it.
Let's do it. I'm totally not kidding.
That was so fun.
Should we do it right now?
Oh God!
Yeah,
that's
why not? Let's
How
do
much
it.
is it?
Yes.
How much is it?
It's 30 pounds, so that's about what, $45-$50?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
About 45, I'm guessing, right?
Wow.
Here's his address.
Oh my gosh.
Let's totally.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This is a good way to get Gary on your channel, because he's gonna be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
You're right. That might work.
How do we spell his last name?
Beekler.
Yeah.
It's Buechler, I think.
Let's see. Chapter.
Wow.
Gary.
This is fucking hilarious, dude.
BEUCHLER. Is that right?
Let me see.
BUE.
BUECHLER.
Okay. Email. Let me go copy paste.
He's gonna love it.
I hope this doesn't go to his junk.
He's
mail.
gonna love
That'd be
this.
Terrible, and he just deletes it. He deletes it.
All right. Let's gift it to him. Let's do it right now. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna on-screen share so I can put my stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to see your credit card details.
No.
Don't want to duck stat.
Dang it, I wanted
Wow.
What's that, Stacey?
That's
Oh,
fucking
nothing.
hilarious, dude. I gotta watch
All right,
this
now-
show now next time.
It's
just to see
asking
if
me
it
if
brings it
I
up.
he wants postal or online.
No,
definitely online.
You want?
He
Because
might
I'm afraid.
junk
I'm
mail.
afraid. I'm afraid he's gonna think it's junk mail and delete it. Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have a physical address at the moment. He's moving.
Yeah.
Well, he's got his PO box set up here. No, he does have an address here, San Diego.
That's his old address though. I don't think he's there anymore. Because
No,
isn't
he
he in transition?
He was in San Francisco. Now he lives in San Diego. He is leaving again, but not right away.
As long as it gets there in time.
this weekend, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is an annual membership.
Oh.
Oh my
Nice.
God! He'll have it for a whole year, dude.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. He'll get all kinds.
All right.
He's gonna be so happy.
He will. He'll love
He's
you
gonna
for
be
this.
best present he probably ever gotten.
Gifty details. Oh no, I gotta pick online because they'll send the membership pack to me. That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, because it's
Wait.
your billing stuff. Yeah.
We'll email the giftee at your chosen time with details on how to redeem their membership. I wish I could put a little message for him here.
Surprised you can't. Well,
Happy Durin's Day.
because he doesn't get on Twitter very much. So
I'm gonna change it to tomorrow morning. Then. So let's say.
Oh man, it's a good stream. Man. I love this stream. Aw.
Look at that guy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Look at that face.
He's a cute baby.
He's so sweet.
All right.
Yeah, she's the new. This is the new edition.
Oh.
Just got her.
I'm paying for it now. Stand by.
Go play. Here's a stick.
Go play.
Daddy's working.
It went up to $45 or 45 pounds, which is $65.
Oh geez, I was way off.
Why? Because
I
it's
don't
coming to the
know.
U.S. Because you're.
Oh, United States.
Yeah.
It's like the international version,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I really could send him a message about this.
I know.
I can't wait to see his reaction to this on Friday.
Oh, it'd be fucking hilarious.
There we go.
Keith, you're a
Oh my
legend.
god.
You're a legend.
You are a legend. Yes. You are a wait for it.
He's
legend.
Okay, Gary.
He's Geek
You're
Time the
watching.
White.
Could you leave a message? Did it actually have a box for a message?
No, it didn't.
Can you believe it didn't?
That
That's
sucks.
It's probably going to tell him that I gifted it to him.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, he probably will. It was Keith.
Yeah. He'll figure it out. Probably send me an email or something like, what the hell is
That
this?
sucks. It doesn't let you leave a message because you could just say Geek Time.
Yeah, you'll have to be sure to
Yeah.
clip this part from the show and then make sure and
Yeah.
post that up on YouTube and then link it to his Twitter account.
Yes.
'Cause then he'll be
He's
like,
off
"Oh my
suspension.
god!"
He's on suspension right now on Twitter.
For now,
Yeah, for now.
but he's off in 7 days, right? So at the end of this week.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
end of
you
this
go,
week.
Glinzer.
Glinzer, perfect segue to the next story.
This
Oh.
turned
Oh
out
my
to be
God.
false. Thank God.
Did you plan that, Glinzer? Probably to stay.
Well, if it's false, that's pretty good though. But they could
Yeah,
still
this
done
turned
it.
out to be. Well, yeah, he's actually denied it.
It turned well, yeah, but it could also be he's not allowed yet because the ink's not dry or they didn't sign it yet.
That's true.
So it's claimed by the time the next Doctor Who regenerates, the Time Lord will be played by gay actor Ollie Alexander for the first time in the series, as Jodie Whittaker is said to be departing the show. So it goes on and on about him, but then update. The manager of Ollie Alexander has shut the rumor down. Even though Ollie is often contacted by Cybermen, I'm afraid I have to exterminate this speculation.
Waka
As nice
waka.
As nice as it is to see the interest in the story regenerate, it just isn't true. As Ood, I guess, as odd as it might sound, Ollie is focusing on his music for the time being. Posted Martha Kin on her Instagram story. So.
Oh, that's cute. And okay, here, truthfully, let's say they did actually get a gay actor to play Doctor Who. So what?
Right. So what?
I mean, does anybody actually look at? Has the Doctor ever actually had sex with anybody on that show ever?
No. Well, he did a lot of kissing, but no sex.
But he never had any romantic interest.
Yeah.
But even
well, they finally paired his twin off with Rose Tyler. It got a little complicated there, but they did eventually pair him off.
Well,
so
even if it goes back to that whole thing a couple weeks ago where the OneRing.net was saying that they were getting all kinds of flack about Sir Ian McKellen because of his sexuality, and nobody cares. Like nobody, know what I mean?
Cares.
Nobody cares. Here's another right here in the sidebar. John Barrowman, that guy's awesome. He's also gay. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's by drawing attention to it and
exploiting it. Like
it's exploiting it.
Yeah.
Right?
And all we still want is just a good story, and
exactly all that matters.
Right.
That's all that matters.
We don't care about what
I don't know
they
why they
like
figured
of
that out.
genders. Like we don't care what they like of genders or anything. All we want is to focus on a fucking story. It's not that hard.
Well, unfortunately, with Chris Chibnall still at the helm, it's not going to be a good story. It's going to be more identity politics. They're probably going to beat you over the head and skull with the fact that he's gay.
Yeah.
As opposed to just let's have a good story and let it be at that.
It's just going with the trend.
Yeah.
Even recently with Loki, there was a big story coming out because he said something in the last episode or the episode before about him suggesting that he goes both ways. And
that's coming up.
Yeah, and who gives a fuck?
Mr. Londell says Brits that he knows don't think this is false. They keep telling me this is par for the course when dealing with the BBC. So
at least he's a redhead.
I
They've
think
been trying that forever.
There you go.
At least he's ginger.
For the first time in a long time, right?
Ever.
He probably can't say anything until all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed and whatnot. But it's just funny because like 3 years ago, this headline, they wouldn't have said anything about his sexuality. They just would have said this dude's taken over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So
they want credit though.
Yeah, they want to highlight it.
That's it. They're showing their virtue signaling out there. Look how progressive we are, and and a lot of these showrunners and producers they're looking for the next job. So if they say all the right things and send all the right messages.
But if someone's private about their personal life, like why does it? You know what I mean? What if they don't? They have to say that now to get a part. They have to say, oh, by the way, I like hook up with chicks too. So this role is I get this part. Like,
well, we've seen in the case of like even Batwoman where they actually put in the casting call that you have to. Yeah,
this is so bizarre to me. Yeah. Why is that anyone's business?
Yeah, they keep calling it progressive, but it's regressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's exploitative. Yeah, how do you say that?
It's totally exploitive. Throughout Hollywood, they've had lots of leading men who were homosexual, and the guys, behind the cameras knew, but the people watching the film didn't know and didn't really care.
Rock Hudson was one of the biggest.
Right.
Raymond Burr.
Yeah. What's the guy? Richard Chamberlain.
Right. Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah. But the thing is, back then, if people had known, they would have been,
they would have been up in arms about it.
Yeah, they might have been more. They might have blacklisted him or something. But regardless, it's like.
But it doesn't affect how their abilities as actors.
Yeah, I mean, it's like John Wayne knew Rock Hudson was gay, but he would be the first person to tell you. It's like, why don't you try and make a queer joke about him and get your fucking teeth pick him up off the floor afterward?
Mm-hmm. And I don't understand how that somehow matters. Your character. How that
affects your ability as an actor.
Yeah,
or
it's
or
just
as a
the
human
BBC.
being.
Exactly. Yeah.
The BBC wants to make history, so therefore they're gonna wave all the flags around and look at what we did. Look at what we did.
It just drives me nuts. I always think of the quote from Martin Luther King, where he says, someday I want to live in a world where my kids are judged by their content of their character, not the color of their skin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're in a place right now, and everything has a tipping point, and maybe we're like right there, and the pendulum's gonna swing back.
I think so.
It's the antithesis of what he said.
Mm.
Nobody's being judged on their character; they're
Right.
just being judged on what they identify as or what they look like.
Yep.
It's insane. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you're doing a job and you're trying. That's it. You're qualified to do a job. Who cares what your
Well, that's the thing.
politics? Who cares what you
But that's the thing. They're giving people jobs based on simply how they identify, or versus what they're qualified to do. And that's why you get Jack Schaefer running Marvel shows, and she has no idea what she's doing or talking about.
You're gonna focus on the acting skills.
You get
not
Leslye
skin
Headland.
color or sexuality, man.
Leslye Headland at Star Wars, and she's hiring writers who have never watched Star Wars, don't even know what they're doing.
Crazy.
It's all because of virtue signaling.
Mm.
So Edson had to step away, which is a bummer because he brought this. Has anybody watched this yet?
I didn't even know it was out.
Yeah, I didn't know it was out.
Came out
Pat
last week.
Steven showed some leaked photos from it earlier on my show, but it looks awesome.
The trailer looks fucking phenomenal. It's
Part
great.
one.
Yeah,
animation
I
looks great.
am gonna watch the first one soon.
Has anybody read the graphic novel? Or
No,
Was this the one that there was a big deal about, like, there was like an episode where he performs oral sex on Catwoman and people are up in arms about it? Oh, that was something else. Okay.
That's a completely different shit show.
Okay. Sorry.
The Long Halloween is one of the best Batman stories I've ever read.
Whoa!
What's so funny?
I don't know.
Nothing. Just Stacy's comment. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, I
it
heard
was
that
just-
about that.
Oh no, yeah, we covered
that was a thing. Yeah.
I must have been off that.
Yeah,
you haven't heard about that?
No, I didn't hear about the Batman cunnilingus. No.
Oh yeah,
It was a big deal last week.
It was an episode of the Harley Quinn show on HBO Max. It's rated.
Oh, it's a Harley Quinn show. Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
Batman was supposed to give Catwoman oral, and DC went, no, heroes don't do that.
Right.
Why not?
But in Killing Joke, they could have
Real
sex.
heroes do. Real heroes.
Right, they have rooftop sex. And Killing Joke.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
And in the Black Series comics, Batman was walking around with his bat schlong hanging out. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you know what? Their superheroes have needs too. You know.
That's
I'm
right.
with ya.
That's right.
They
Come
should have
on.
let him go with the full Monty. I don't care.
The funny thing is, I remember, I have the Killing Joke around here somewhere. I mean, I read it years and years ago, but I don't recall them having sex on a rooftop at any point in that comic.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
they had to pad it out because the runtime was too short, so they had to add stuff that wasn't in the book.
Oh, jeez.
No,
There you
I-
go.
They
They
could have
might have had
added
sex.
something else, right? They could have added something else then. That can
Right, so
actually
they had
help to
Going
the
to
story.
Starbucks for a coffee or something.
right. So
Yeah.
they had,
But no, we're just gonna put in rooftop sex. Yeah, that's out of context. She's mad, or she wants to have some.
It was Batgirl.
Batty.
Yeah, Batgirl and Batman did the nasty. So Edson, you're back. You brought this to us. Have you seen the Long Halloween cartoon yet, Edson?
They released part 1 like a week ago.
Yeah,
They have it, yeah. So I did see it. Yep.
you did.
Yep.
And
You liked it?
And I liked it. It's on
You
Blu-ray.
even got it.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound promising.
No, I did like it, but it's right now. You're only seeing part of a movie, so it's hard to like. I like
Yeah.
it so far, but they've
So
obviously
what you're trying to say?
they've broken
is
this story into 2 different movies. The second part's going to come out in August, I believe.
yeah,
So I would love to just watch them back to back because it's all one story, and they broke it up into 2 movies. Because obviously it was like a 13 issue
13
series, and they decided to make it into 2 movies. They could have made maybe 1 3-hour movie, but they decided to make 2 movies. And luckily that it's not like you're waiting a year for the second part. It's only a couple months. So that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the animation. I think
It's really good
Batman's
animation.
making it. Yeah. They did make some changes, as this article does say, to I guess for inclusion purposes. No, that's what they're saying.
So basically, they swapped an Irish mob for the Chinese triad.
Right.
Maybe to sell it in China.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
But he has but there's like a really good scene where he just kind of beats up on them. So I don't know if that's what you want to see. But
So who voices Batman? Do we know the actor?
Jason Eccles?
Yeah, it's Eccles, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So it sounds good.
Yeah.
You can really ruin Batman.
I've read reviews where they said it's pretty darn accurate adaptation.
Yes.
Like, Killing Joke and Hush were changed a lot.
Right.
And they,
the
and
Hush
I hope
movie.
they make Dark Victory, which was the sequel to this, would be nice.
Right. I hope so too. If this becomes really, a lot of people like this one. I hope they do this. The next, Dark Victory is the next one.
So I heard this one ends on New Year's Eve, Edson, which is only like 5 of the.
Or like maybe is it 4 or 5? Yeah, it's like 4 or 5. Yeah, so it is pretty short, and it does it mostly I hate trying to give a review a review of half of it's like half a movie basically, or even a little bit less than half a movie. So it's not really fair to say how good this is, because like you said, it's only maybe 45% of it. But I'm hoping that the second part will just make the whole thing really good. And you're right, it's following the storyline pretty good, except for these kind of minor changes that they're making. I love the scenes with him and Catwoman. Nice to see somebody who actually knows how to draw a female form, as opposed to some of the contemporary. Seriously.
So you're saying she looks better than Winter She-Hulk?
Yeah, like about 3,000% better.
Does anybody like Winter She-Hulk?
Jace there, brother Drew.
Harvey Dent's character is really good in this. I mean, it's really, and him and his wife. I don't know if you know about his wife. Oh yeah, what happens what's happening between the two of them. It's really good.
Yeah, I can't recommend The Long Halloween enough if you haven't read it.
Yeah.
Either buy it on Amazon or whatever, or go to the local library and get it. It's one of the best Batman stories ever told. It came out in the mid-90s. And what I think really makes the book spectacular is Tim Sale's art is so creepy and gothic. It doesn't look as polished as this. It's, he makes
that's
long shadows, and Batman's angular, and it's just really a lot of use of black and noir. It's really, really, really good.
You get a nice Joker scene as well here in the first part, which was really good.
Yeah,
I'm pretty stoked to see it.
I am too. I'm just gonna wait till the second one and then get them both. Or
I probably would recommend, if you could, just watch them back to back. It's probably better that way. But.
I know they're putting both of them, I think, right into like they did with when they had the Dark Knight Returns. They put them out separately and then they put them.
Oh,
both.
I didn't hear.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
You guys should have waited, but I could.
Well,
I didn't
I'll have
wait.
to wait till like next year, I think. So like February or something. So
yeah, I didn't want to wait that long.
Speaking of Batman,
oh.
and kind of goes along with the Amazon thing that we were previously discussing. Billy Porter calls out Batman actor Jeffrey Wright for playing a gay character in Angels in America almost 3 decades ago.
Jeez.
So this comes from Josh Berger at Founding.
Is it dangerous to play a gay character? You're an actor.
Well, no, you have to be gay in order to play gay.
You got to stay in your lane.
You have to stay in your lane.
Upcoming Cinderella actor Billy Porter recently called out Batman actor Jeffrey Wright for playing a gay character in the Broadway drama Angels in America, as well as in HBO's television miniseries of the same name, for the sole reason that Wright happens to be a straight black man.
And the problem is him being straight black man. Well, what's the problem with that? Is all I have to say. What's the problem?
I don't see a problem.
He just plays a gay character in a fucking show on Broadway.
Yeah.
A lot of actors does. For fuck's sake, look at Shameless. Look at Shameless, the TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 gay characters there. They're not gay in real life, and they play really good gay. They're super straight. People don't complain about them playing gay.
Or Modern Family. One's gay, one's not. The couple.
Yeah, they choose and pick who they fucking complain on.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, that's not the way the game is played anymore.
Right.
Well, Ewan McGregor plays Holston in the Netflix series. Did you guys see that?
Oh.
And he plays a gay fashion designer in the 70s. Holston was a very popular fashion designer with the Area 51 kind of clothing, like the drape kind of stuff, that drape kind of look.
Okay.
And he it's a I think a 5-6 series thing on Netflix, and he does a phenomenal job.
Well, it's called acting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly, yep.
The same thing with the guy who played one of the gay characters in Shameless, Ian, as his name is in the show. He had to come out as straight because people believed he was gay. He played so good gay that people thought he was gay in real life.
Oh,
so he
I
had to
love
come
Ian
out.
and Mickey. I love them.
Yeah, and the fun thing with Ian, he's the guy who plays also, Jeremiah and Jerome in Gotham. And he also plays in Fallen Order as the main character. He's a really good actor, but he had to come out as straight online because people thought he was gay.
Wow.
Why does it shouldn't matter. It's just
No, it
No,
shouldn't
and-
matter
my
at all.
mind.
And I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor was kissing men, and there was definitely sex scenes in it. Not that, obviously they were probably acted out, but still, he went through with it. But no one said anything.
Mr.
It's
Lundell.
acting again.
It's acting. That's what you're told to
It's
do a
good
role, and you
acting.
do it.
Mr.
That's what we
Lundell
care
says
about.
actor, a person who pretends to be someone he or she is not. Thank you, Mr. Lundell.
Yes.
Not anymore.
That's not the way
Now-
it's played
Now,
anymore.
if you're
Nope.
good
Now
enough,
you have to
get
be
paid
yourself.
Where do
very
we draw the line though? So like if you can't play a parent unless you are a parent in real life,
Right,
or you,
that's a
you
good one.
can't play a teacher unless you are a teacher in real life.
Right.
What? Like,
That's really
where's
good.
the line? Like
Yeah, they have to have
Someone-
a blind man play Daredevil now.
so,
So-
but you can't. Can you play the mother of a blind person if you don't have a child that's blind in real life?
Should I go around cancel people
How would
if they play characters with the Tourette's syndrome like me? Should I
Right.
like go and complain about that?
Right.
No,
Right.
I don't care. Like
I
it's
don't- yeah.
acting.
Exactly.
It's acting. If they play a
That's-
character with Tourette's, it's fine.
mean-
They are acting the character.
Dustin Hoffman played autistic.
Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah.
Well, that's problematic now. I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody's out there with.
If he's not
with a hate
autistic,
on for it.
then people are gonna get mad. You have to be you need to have autism to play this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was that horrible movie by Sia not too long
Oh yeah,
ago.
caused a
Ugh.
big uproar.
Oh,
I didn't see it,
yeah.
but I heard that people were very upset about it.
Yeah, it was not good.
So,
It wasn't.
yeah. I mean, it's stories like this that really make me want to be on heavy doses of medication.
Yes,
Because
I agree.
just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, and
No,
it doesn't
yeah.
need to be really talked about either. You could say he played the role perfectly. He did a great job. That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Bad news for
what this-
Marvel. More bad news for Marvel. Woki's viewership numbers reportedly tumble over 160,000 viewers between episodes 1 and 3
I'm still watching.
on F
I've
Train.
only watched the first episode, and
I only
haven't
watch
seen
it. I only watch it to talk about it on podcasts.
I've watched Az's reviews, and it's people sitting around talking.
yeah, really.
Great.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I felt like I have to watch the first episode again because I really wasn't
Yeah,
that
it's-
interested. Like I like Loki. Like I love his character.
I mean, it's setting up
In
the
the
Doctor
movies.
Strange movie.
Well,
That's
they've
pretty much what
completely
it's doing.
ruined his character in this.
Yeah,
Right.
it's too much.
Yeah, it's
So they're
like
making him
he
into a
does-
good guy.
He plays good of what he got because he's a good actor, but
Mhm.
it is terrible how they are writing the show. And everything is supposed to happen. If it doesn't supposed to happen, we're gonna take you. But everything that's happened, it's supposed to happen. The Infinity Stones, it doesn't matter anymore. People die, it doesn't matter that
Nothing
much.
matters.
anymore.
I saw
Yeah,
the drawer full of Infinity Stones, so I guess they were just no.
Wow.
big deal.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
I know.
using them for awarded books or something.
Again,
Paperweights,
Yeah,
paperweights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
paperweights. Yes.
and again, and we'll get to that in a second, but they're hiring people who don't know what they're dealing with, and they're in self-inserting.
Yeah.
That's how
And
it feels. That's
One of
definitely how it
the
feels.
one of the writers or something in there, he also writes for Rick and Morty.
Okay.
So-
The Disney Plus
Okay.
series Loki is seeing fans abandon the show in large numbers, with data company Samba TV reporting viewership has declined by over 100,000 viewers in the first and third episodes. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but the Samba TV, again, it's the chip in smart TVs. So it's a very low number of people. So if you're losing 100,000 plus low in a very low sample size, what is it? You know,
Beyond that,
where
right.
they can't track it, right?
Right.
I'm guessing it's pretty bad, and you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have problems with this because, you know, Loki is being played by somebody who is not an actual Norse god.
Yes.
I know, right? How
Same with Lady Loki. Same with Lady Loki then.
Right.
And Jace, I flipped you that Norwegian author who, you know, was talking about Loki the other day. You know, about how they've characterized him. I don't know what you thought of that, but
I haven't gotten to see it yet because I was really busy yesterday. Because podcast and stuff, and then I did some stuff after that.
So
I will watch it.
Here's a tweet from showrunner Kate Herron that tells you all you need to know about Loki and the direction this show is going in. She says, "From the moment I joined Loki, it was very important to me and my goal to acknowledge Loki was bisexual."
I know.
That was her goal.
That's her goal.
It's part of who he is and
There's
part
your
of
story.
who I am too. No, it's not who he is.
And who I am too.
I know this is, and I am too. I know this is a small step, but I'm happy. And heart is so full to say that this is now canon. So she's altered canon.
How is it canon?
For her selfish needs.
Right.
To be able to look at this and identify, see herself.
And Loki?
She can't get past it.
So she can go to her dinner parties and brag that she made Loki bisexual?
I guess. Now, here's the weird thing. So
I did that. It was me.
Is he really bisexual? Because you got to recast the character.
No, he should be asexual because he's
an alien,
a god of mischief who can transform himself into anything he wants.
Right.
He can be whatever he wants to be.
Right.
Or-
So if anything, he'd be asexual, not bisexual.
Or pansexual, right?
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Asexual is like no sexuality. So pansexual would be whatever is out there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, she changed the character because she wanted to, and they let her do it. Wow.
Okay.
So
And
and we're
50
seeing
years
more.
of comics is overrun by one episode.
Right.
But all I'm waiting
and
for
with-
is
and-
Loki to kiss Loki.
Not just
That's all I'm
comics,
waiting
Edson, but classic Norse
Well,
mythology.
Well, in Norse mythology, he also turned himself into a horse and gave birth to something. So
another horse, Sleipnir, Odin's seven-legged steed or six-legged steed.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
This
mean,
MCU canon is faker than a $3 bill. Yeah. Exactly.
Twins are so funny, man.
So our old pal Leslye Headland's back.
Oh God.
Leslye Headland. I did a short video on this the day it came.
Didn't she do a video a long time ago? Friday, wasn't that the song? It's Friday. It's Friday.
no, not that.
No.
It's a joke. Come on, guys.
Oh, is it?
It's a joke.
She looks like she chases parked cars.
Yeah. So just for people who forgot or aren't aware, Leslye Headland was Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant for over a year. So she was booking his appointments.
Ooh.
She knew exactly what
his
was taking
appointments.
place. She decided not to say anything, but she's good. She's a good person.
Such a good
how'd that pop up? So Data Racer to the rescue yet again. He summarizes the article from AV Club. He says, here's the bullet points. She thinks Star Wars is about politics and fan opinions aren't valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
She hired a writer who's never seen Star Wars.
Yep.
Female and queer representation is a top priority. I
Oh,
literally
sorry.
cry whenever I see it.
God, just stop her show already. Just no.
He's
the
clipped
best thing about this show is I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's the best we can do. Yeah.
Acolyte showrunner Leslye Headland explains why queer representation in the Star Wars universe is so important to her as a superfan. Now, superfan was asked, "What's your favorite Star Wars movie?" And she said,
all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them."
What's the names then? Can you tell us the names?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I really like
tell
the
us
one
some
with
of
the
the
USS
characters.
Enterprise in it.
Yeah.
I like the one with the USS
I love
Enterprise.
Mr. Spock in it. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Doctor Who in that? Isn't Doctor Who in that movie?
It's like please name one Jedi who is not Luke or Darth Vader.
So
Jedi Who?
Also from CBR, Star Wars, the Acolyte showrunner Leslye Headland isn't worried about the passionate fan base of the franchise when it comes to crafting her show.
Of course not. We don't matter.
The playlist tweets the acolyte Leslye Ledland explains hiring a writer who hasn't watched Star Wars to help her with her Disney Plus series.
Also,
and of
really
course,
stupid idea.
again, there's not really anything wrong with that if the person's willing to, like Harv
Right.
Meyer did, go and watch all the Star Wars shows.
Exactly.
Right, you should know the history. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need to be able to, quote letter and verse about everything that's ever happened, but at least be familiar enough to know A to B to C.
Right.
In the tone.
Exactly.
And Star Wars The Direct says, Star Wars acolyte writer Leslye Headland says she's hoping to keep reflecting George Lucas's political themes in the Disney Plus series. It is truly what he was interested in talking about, looking at, and digging into. So right there, she has no fucking idea what she's talking about.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting mad again because we did this on.
When I was a little
podcast.
kid, watching these movies, I didn't think that at all.
Me neither.
I mean, but
that was the first thing on my mind when I was watching it when I was 4.
I mean, there are politics in there, but they're geopolitical, not gender politics.
And it's politics to get where Palpatine comes and how it gets power, and it's to involve the story, make the story make sense with
good versus evil,
around all that.
Basic.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of was an allegory for World War II in a way.
Yeah.
I mean,
that too.
Pretty obvious that
Yeah, but again, that's a geopolitical, not
right.
Yeah.
Personal politics.
Agenda. Yeah.
So Data
No
Racer
personal
goes
agenda.
one step further for us, not only collecting tweets, but he also
He's so good with this shit.
I love Data Racer.
Same here, man.
If you're on the twat, follow Data Racer. He does all the hard work for all of us.
He deep dive for us.
He's awesome.
We should pay him for it.
I know. The he clipped out some of the highlights from her interview with AV Club. Here's the first one. I mean, it's funny because a lot of the feedback that I'll get, and I use the term feedback very lightly, but when I do go on social media, the feedback is, quote, don't make Star Wars political, unquote. I'm like, quote, George Lucas made it political. Those are political films, unquote. She also said war by nature is political.
Yeah, but big picture political.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not what George Lucas set out to do. George Lucas set out to tell a fantasy story about good versus evil using character archetypes that followed the Joseph Campbell hero's journey. I mean, that's what it is. The fact that she doesn't understand that, I mean, that's the basic premise of Star Wars. Okay. To have power when you're creating media, to just put certain types of people that maybe aren't necessarily in normal mainstream content or media is just, I know that for people who don't identify that way, it doesn't seem important, but to us, it's huge. I literally saw an Orbitz commercial with 2 women going on vacation, and I was like crying. It hits you on a level that you don't know you're missing until you see it.
Okay.
Emotional over an Orbitz commercial. She says there were people like myself that were later in life Dave Filoni acolytes. I literally had one writer that was like, quote, I have never seen any of them. I've never seen any Star Wars media, unquote. And she's texting me before we started the room, and she's like, the writer's room. And she's like, quote, Luke and Leia are brother and sister? What the?
No shit, man.
Get your Disney Plus money ready, guys. She says you have to feel like this is speaking directly to you, regardless of what you might be going through or what point in your life you're going through it. That being said, as somebody that is a lesbian, every time I see gay or queer representation in media, I scream with happiness.
Oh my God.
He says, I saw a video of a little girl dressed up as Rey at Disney World or Disneyland or whatever it was. Kind of should know. They're cutting you the check. Should kind of know. My wife sent me the video. It was so cute. I'm watching it. And I'm kind of like, quote, okay, cute. Yeah, I got it. And then just started crying again.
Who is she? Kevin Smith?
Wow.
Yeah. And last quote, probably, I mean, one of the things we did in our writer's room to kind of break the ice was ask, who's your favorite Star Wars character? And you could tell that people, when I said mine, they were like, quote, yeah, well, you're gay. That's because you're gay. Unquote. What the hell does that even mean? What does that even mean? So,
I love it.
The Acolyte coming to Disney Plus soon.
It's
I'm not gonna watch it.
Friday. I
you-
swear that looks like her.
I'm gonna give that a
What
miss.
comes after Friday?
Yes, doesn't it look like her? If you punch it up, Keith. It looks exactly fucking
already
like her.
closed
I don't know what she looks. Who you're talking about?
Leslye Headland looks like who? Jude will find it.
Rebecca Black.
I think she looks like Winter She-Hulk.
Oh my
She
god.
does have the jawline.
So
Yeah.
Screen Rant, which is Hexess Media. I had to pull this one article about this because it's so funny how like they're excited about it. They're excited about it because they get access, so they want to keep their access. They have to say
Screen
good things
Rant
about
and CBR are both just like bottom feeders.
Rash.
Yeah.
The Access Media is so funny. It's so obvious because they're like, "Oh, this is so great." Yeah, of course, because you want to keep getting in there. So, this poor character, I'm friends with John Byrne, who's behind the original She-Hulk, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
And now She-Hulk's unrecognizable. I mean, each iteration gets worse and worse. So I guess she's being captured and brought to the Red Room and being turned into kind of a Winter Soldier-ish kind of Black Widow.
Sure.
She-Hulk? That'd be like the last person to.
Thank you. So here it is. Winter Hulk is coming, and
That is horrible.
Oh,
That looks so bad.
That's a woman, gang.
That looks so bad.
I cannot believe Jason Aaron wrote this. I like Jason Aaron.
I like him some of his stuff.
Yeah. So, but you know what? He's hungry. I guess that's all I can say.
Well, he's under the corporate rule, and when they mandate what they're going to do, somebody's got to do it, right?
Mhm.
And he likes those paychecks, but
Yeah.
he's probably one of the highest paid people left at Marvel. There's not many people left that are good at
It's
Marvel.
probably just him and Hickman, who, of course, I like some of his stuff, but what he did with the X-Men was totally abysmal.
But again, that's the
I know.
They go to their little writers retreat, and the editors in chief come up with the ideas. Yeah, this is just awful.
It's funny because earlier, I was talking to 24/7 Fusion Media and Keith Moncrief, and I asked him point blank. I said, oh, look, I know you guys love the con scene and all these historical comic book artifacts and stuff like that. I said, but truthfully, all of the current comic book artists and writers, I said, do you think these guys are ever going to have esteemed places on a comic book convention panel, or are they going to be as sought after as guys like Kirby or
O'Neill,
or Denny O'Neill, Neil Adams, John Byrne, any of these guys? Are they ever gonna? They were just like flat out just said no.
Yeah, no, they're not. And it's funny. I'm friends with the guy who runs Terrificon here, the showrunner Mitch Halleck, and I'm watching him as he's putting guests together, and I'm curious to see what happens when he starts bringing some of these newer guys in. And they're going to sit there alone, I think, even at their tables. No one's going to stop by their tables and ask for
Nope.
And if they're on a panel, they're going to get trashed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is just... And Jason, I don't know if you've ever read Southern Bastards. Like, Jason
Southern Bastards is good.
Yeah, Jason Aaron can get down in the mud, right?
He wrote a good Punisher arc. He wrote Southern Bastards. He's written several things that were really, really good. And what I love about Jason Aaron is, before he got apparently under the mandate, he really seemed like he cared about the subject matter, and he had done his research on the characters, because his Doctor Strange arc was really good. His Thor arc was also pretty good. I didn't even mind female Thor. I really didn't. I'm probably one of the few people who will say that, but
there's a few. I know quite a few people who, because it was handled properly.
It was done properly. Yeah, it was done right. But this concept of her being in the red room is a location where they train spies. Subtly. You got to be sneak around and
subtlety.
Not this. This is not what you consider a spy.
This might be the time where Jude says, when they're sitting around the conference table, did someone say this is a bad idea?
Yeah. Her outfit kind of smacks to me of Omega Red with the cybernetic stuff.
Yeah. There's a quote from the Joker in the Superman animated series that comes to mind here. It's more powerful than a locomotive and twice as subtle.
Fits.
Yeah, but they're not done there. Marvel's really.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I avoided covering this one on Saturday, but
I will not read this one shot. It's probably waiting
Oh,
for
no.
the comic shop, but this was bad enough in the regular Daredevil run doing this. And again, here you have a great character like Elektra. So now by making her into Daredevil, you've ruined two characters. You've taken away Daredevil and you've taken away Elektra.
Yep.
True.
And you know that's subtraction by addition, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. But
yeah.
So
I believe
this
it
one
pronounced
shot,
crap.
this one shot they put out has some crazy dialogue in here. What's progesterone synthesis. Yeah.
It's transgender people need that to regulate their hormones.
Okay, so I guess Kingpin's like dealing it or something. That's the plot.
I guess so.
Black market progesterone.
Yeah, I guess. So, you know, this is my own private research, a way to help trans women manufacture their own hormones without taking pills every day. These are superhero comics. I just got to remind people of this.
Yeah.
Like, really? And they wonder why they're getting smoked by manga.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely smoked. Like, I haven't been to my comic shop in like 8 weeks.
Wow.
I just for what?
No desire, yeah.
No desire. Okay. A while back, it's actually the first stream I ever did with T-Shirt and Gary on the Pop Culture Minefield channel, the TGIF stream. Our guest was Robert Meyer Burnett.
Oh yeah.
And that day, behind him, he had a toy on the shelf, and I said to him, "That's going to be renamed anytime now."
Oh.
He laughed it off, and we called it Prisoners with Jobs 1. And guess what? They went even one step further. It's just called Boba Fett Starship.
Yes. I did get an exclusive. I did find out what the new name is going to be, and I have it shared in a picture for you. If you wouldn't mind,
pull that up.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotta lose the core. There you go. Nice. Nice.
Normie, good to see you. Okay, hit the sack. Happy Z's. We'll catch you soon, man. Yeah. Wow.
Prisoner with job.
Prisoners with jobs. So they're calling it Boba Fett. This is kind of like the Vessel, right? It's
yep.
The Geode pilots. They have the Vessel, and now they have Boba Fett Starship. Boba. I can't talk tonight.
What are they going to call it in the show? Because I mean, there's a Boba Fett show. I guess they're not going to refer back to the ship in the show.
Well, yeah, they've never actually named it. Yeah. In any of the live action or any of the media. So
right.
I think they're going to release a Boba Fett show, correct?
Yeah, so they'll probably say it in that.
And they'll probably say it in that, and that's probably what they're gearing up.
Well, here
I don't think they're going to say it at all.
Here goes Disney again with this whole lack of fundamental understanding of the property they own. Boba Fett is a nasty person. He's a bounty hunter.
That's right.
He takes contracts from the Empire. He will murder.
Right.
He will kidnap, and he will enslave people.
That's
so
right.
when he calls his ship Slave1, it kind of gives it a connotation of fear.
He's a bounty hunter. Yep. When you're in his ship, you're
what are we going to call it? Wine and Roses one now? Come on.
The Imagination Starship.
Footsies under the table one.
Yeah, I mean, anti-hero one. I mean, come on. You know
what's really funny is I was watching Clownfish TV, and Geeky Sparkle says, what are they going to do next? Ban X-Wing and Y-Wing because they're
X and Y.
Yeah, you probably
I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, that is pretty good.
Not that we still have A and B wings, so there you go.
Yeah, they might.
That's a good point. Yeah, so this story just broke, and I guess it came straight from Disney, and all their licensees have to drop the name like immediately.
Yep,
that's stupid.
Wow.
But we all will always know it as Slave1.
It's the Slave1, and I will continue to call it the Slave1.
Yeah, it's a joke. If you were to go somewhere and not say Slave1, you'd be left out of the circle.
I've never called it anything ever.
Justin Normie hits it on the head. Before I head out, fuck Disney and changing the fracking name. They can frack off later, everyone.
Yep. Yeah.
The foot has spoken. Thank you, Justin Normie. Yeah. So, way to go, Disney. And keep in mind that Disney, by the way, is the same company that thanked the retraining camps. What do you want to call them?
The re-education camps.
The re-education camps for hosting them when they stopped Mulan, and they're so virtuous.
Yeah, and I sent a link to a new. I don't know if you have that on your list, but I sent something to you.
Let's see what we got here. Oh my God! All right, we'll get to that in a second. I just got to share this funny tweet. With the little
non-consenting Leia.
Non-consenting Leia.
Oh my God!
I actually have that action figure in the box still for it. So.
Is it called non-consenting Leia?
No.
Oh.
I think it's called the Hut Slayer Leia now.
Oh, you're right, Hut Slayer. Yep.
They said that they will never re-release this 6-inch black series figure because of the chain and the outfit.
Yeah. Really?
Well, actually, I heard that they are going to change her name. Also, it's going to be Unpaid Intern Leia.
Nice.
Yeah, they're never going to use an outfit like that ever again. That's right.
Jace, what in Christ did you just send me?
This is the new character from Disney Star Wars that they made. If you scroll down, you can see more of her.
Diva Lampa.
Geode's sidekick.
Yeah, she is super old. Apparently, she is also from the High Republic, and she also lives in the original trilogy time. So you have a lot of story there.
So she's from the High Republic.
I knew that was good.
Yes.
Right.
And
And she's the bestest bounty hunter ever.
Ever.
I think she looks kind of cool.
She does look kind of cool.
She does.
She looks
cool.
like a punk rocker cyber.
It's like Susie and the Banshees.
Like she looks like she is in. She
Does
should
her
be in the
jaw
Marvel
unlock
universe.
like a friggin' snake?
Kind of like she just came out of like the V series into Star Wars.
Nice.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean,
snake thing, Stacy?
Yeah, like snakes unhinge their jaws. Is that
Yeah.
what's going on there?
Like in V. Remember they used to unhinge their jaws and drop the mice in? The
Yeah.
terrible 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
vaguely.
So there's a lot of story. She's in the original trilogy now, in that timeline also.
Sure.
So there's a lot of story in that on our website. And when you scroll down, you can see more pictures of her.
I don't like the multicolored hair, but the rest of it's not that bad.
She's inconspicuous too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
yeah,
never see her
totally.
coming. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like
It
the
seems
art.
like too much effort. Yeah.
Who drew this? The art's really good.
It is good.
Yeah, that part's good. Yeah.
Bib Fortuna, Jabba, that looks good.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a lot of story that just doesn't make sense to her, and she kind of reminds me that she doesn't. She should be in the Marvel comics instead. At some times when
Yeah,
you look
she
at
looks
her.
like an X-Men reject.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she does.
Is she
and
a
her
robot?
name, Deva.
Yeah,
Lumpa.
she looks like she's got seams on her face like a robot, huh?
A robot.
Yeah. Or the way, what was her name? From, Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula.
Yeah, pieces will come off. Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mention it, Stacy, hints of Nebula all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't think they'd make something completely original, did you?
No, it's funny. I was looking at this here. She says, Diva was the product of my absolute love of feathered lizards and badass women. Oh, this
Okay.
is, what's her name? Justina Ireland created her.
Oh, your favorite.
Oh, she's a vile person.
Kathy Ireland?
Yeah, it is her. Justina Ireland. Ugh.
I like Kathy Ireland.
She's really old.
That's going back, Jude.
I know,
You
right?
just dated yourself, bro. Yeah. The people, they're like, what?
I think she is my first Sports Illustrated pinup.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find out what she looks like.
Kathy Ireland?
Yeah.
She looks like now, or what she looked like in the 90s.
Well, she still looks good though.
Does she?
I mean,
I'm sure.
For 58 years old, yeah.
58. Wow.
She was like the first supermodel for Sports Illustrated. I think she made like, the
Carol
first
Alt was
cover.
actually considered the first supermodel.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Who was the other one? Cindy.
Crawford?
Cindy Crawford.
Crawford, yeah.
She looks great. I've seen photos of her not too long ago. She's beautiful.
So a lot of controversy over this Snow White casting. Have you guys seen this?
Oh yeah. We went over it on my show on Monday.
Yeah, we went over it on Latino Slant too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Polly must have had fun with this one.
Oh yeah.
This woman, Rachel Zegler, is not a good person.
Oh,
Data Racer to the
fuck
rescue
no.
again.
He's a savior here. Always.
This is the Data Racer show tonight.
Yeah.
So she takes the role of Snow White, and she's in the past tried to cancel Jeremy Renner by calling him a trans.
Oh yeah, she went hardcore.
Deplatformed J.K.
hardcore.
Rowling and encouraged violence toward her.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Bullying Gina Carano over pronouns, and says all conservatives are racist white supremacists.
Let's make a general
So
statement.
she's a genius on top of it. So here she is, and she's going to be playing Snow White.
Okay.
All right.
So here she is, and she's playing Snow White.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with her playing the role. I mean, as an ethnicity, obviously, because she's my ethnicity.
Right.
My problem with her is obviously that her politics make her kind of a shitty person.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
It's that whole thing. And then she talked. So she says, "Yes, I'm no Snow White, but I'm not bleaching my skin for the role. Nobody would ever ask you."
No one's asking you to do any of that.
Right.
Nope.
Can I be the new Hawkeye? Actually, I think the new Hawkeye should be a trans woman of color to stick it to that racist, sexist, transphobic garbage monster.
Yep.
Talking about Jeremy Renner there.
Yep.
Wow.
More on Jeremy Renner, not even remotely going to address the story that came out today, but he has made racist, sexist, transphobic comments and totally disrespected the deaf community. Better catch my mouth because she be running by.
Wow.
It's so strange to put that in the world. I don't
And then-
understand that.
J.K. Rowling responded to this COVID article where it said creating more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate.
Mhm.
J.K.
We
Rowling,
talked about
people who menstruate, I'm sure there used to be a word for these people. Someone help me. One bin, one pound woman. And she writes that's transphobic.
I couldn't tell you. I've never menstruated in my whole life, so.
That ain't transphobic. That is biology, girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm going to say what I said in the first place because it appears you didn't comprehend.
That's the word
transphobic.
men in it.
Who keeps letting J.K. Rowling have her phone? Who keeps letting you have yours?
Mm-hmm.
Your daily reminder to block and report transphobia wherever you see here. She just goes on and on. Elbowing a transphobe, stepping on a homophobe, the joys of walking through New York. Yeah, because they know when they bump into people that they're targeting.
Exactly.
They know what you are.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Does she like tweet every thought she has?
She's clearly a brainlet. She's a freaking moron. Is
Mhm.
what she is. And it goes on and on. I mean, it's just
it just keeps getting better.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes. She's into it all
And
conservative.
if you go back and scroll down, you can find what she says about Gina, and that's also really.
Where's the Gina? Must be on this
you
side.
have to not on that one. You have to go out
On
of that.
this other tweet.
Yeah.
This tweet.
Down there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is for you, Stinky.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Gina Carano, this one's for you, bitch.
Do not make fun of
Wow.
pronouns.
Jeez.
They are not a joke. Pronouns
are
valid.
validating. Pronouns are cool. Put pronouns in your bio. I wear my pronouns on a button sometimes. It's a good thing. Okay, again, how does the pronoun make you a good person? You can put Charles Manson could put pronouns in his fucking bio.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's a good fucking person.
No,
Nope.
well, okay. I got lectured on this once because I made the mistake of asking at one point, well, what's the big deal with putting, your pronouns in your stuff? And then somebody very distinctly told me, because it normalizes, the gender thing. If you do it and everyone else follows you and does it, then it doesn't single out, all the trans people and, you know, gender neutral people, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what that's about.
Again, no one's telling them not to use pronouns. Just don't tell us or
To do it.
me to do it. It's like
Let people decide themselves what they want to do.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
That was the beauty of this country. It's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal, who tweeted enough vile shit of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Pedro Pascal. I'm gonna stand by that quote the rest of my life.
So yeah,
Normally I say it more.
Data Racer. This guy's awesome. He just sits
he's
there
really
and does
awesome.
all the hard work. Oh
boy.
We've reached that
Is
point
it that time?
It's that time.
It's 9:30.
Time to check the CW ratings board.
There we go. Place your bets, people. Place your bets.
We'll
The
start
new
with
episode was still good.
I like
Superman was still good.
Superman
I love the
and
show.
Lois.
Love it. I just love that
I
show.
do too. I'm behind. I have to catch up.
The new episode, man, I just got so hyped. I just want a new episode right now. All
the
I can
last
say.
one here,
Yeah, the last episode that just came out.
number 11.
Yeah.
I heard it was great.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I mean, their ratings still they haven't come back from the hiatus, and I blame that on CW's advertising. That and putting Supergirl in there and just messing it all up. They're going on hiatus again.
What?
They're on hiatus now for another 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
To get the last.
It's so sad I do that too much.
I know.
Well, you know, originally I was upset because after the first season of Westworld, I was so pumped about it, and then they said, "Well, we're going to go for 2 years to write the next one because this is such intense writing." But you know, at the time, I thought, "Okay, fine. I don't care if it takes 2 years. Just please put out another good season because the first one was so good." And then we got the second season, and then there was another 2-year break, and then we got the third season.
Before you get too far into this, put up Glinzer's comment because I've actually been wondering this myself.
Hey, Mr. Tickle Trunk is here.
Yay, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
Is Miss Tegler? Because we can't call them dwarves anymore.
I know. No,
But they're fictional characters.
Yeah.
They're not real people.
That's true.
They may mean they'll be converted into the dwarves like the ones in Middle Earth, which are a race of people who are actually called dwarves, and they're a different species than humans.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, but and there's 7 of them, and it's kind of important to the plot. So how are they going to get around that? I'm sure that's going to rub somebody the wrong way.
Mr. Tickle Trunk, all the way from Canada, says, "Yes, we must all learn a complicated system of ever-expanding words for 0.3% of the population." Right.
Indeed.
So Batwoman wrapped up.
Yep. Bittersweet for me.
I've been watching Az just lose his fucking mind to watch
Me
that
too.
show.
I've seen the show and I agree with him. It is fucking terrible.
I don't bother watching the show. I just watch his review.
It
Yeah, me
landed
too.
with a thud, about 400,000 viewers. Now, I expected it when it was getting down into this territory here, toward the end, 346,000. I thought it was going to keep going down, but it actually kind of righted itself. But, I mean, these are still abysmal ratings. 0.1 in the demo.
Especially looking from where it started.
There's
Probably
YouTube.
people like they were saying, "Oh, let me see what happens at the end" or something.
But there's more bad news for Batwoman.
There's another one.
They've lost Dougray Scott.
Yeah.
He quit.
It's about time.
He quit.
Well,
He quit. And apparently the new Kate Kane also quit.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the new actor.
It says right here, Carolyn Dries also confirmed to EW that Kate, who was brought back in season 2 as a recurring character played by Day, what's her name? Day.
Day or Day something.
Where's her name? It's got to be up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Wallace Day.
Wallace Day. Following Ruby Rose's abrupt departure after season 1, is gone, this time for good with a planned exit. Kate left Gotham to search for her cousin Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Carolyn Dries is running this thing.
It's so funny. Oh, we're gonna get Kate back. Yada yada yada. She's just gonna leave. Just
gone again.
So I guess it's gonna be
That's awesome.
it's gonna be Javizia Leslye for everything now. So
Yes. Yep.
God. And apparently, watching his reviews, so I guess like they're selling some kind of drug called snake bite, a very dangerous street drug in the show. But Batwoman's dating the person making
Exactly.
it.
Yep. Exactly.
So she's okay with that, and then
And she
people are
doesn't-
dying from this thing, and she's dating. What the fuck?
Yes, that is true.
You haven't figured it out yet? Batwoman isn't a heroine.
No, well,
Not like this.
yeah. So the only like name they had on the show is now gone.
Yeah,
he was mailing it in anyway, but
He was.
I keep thinking this poor guy was supposed to be Wolverine.
I'm kind of glad he didn't do that.
God,
part.
no, I'm very glad he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But can you
Yeah.
imagine, like, every day he wakes up on the set of Batwoman, he's like, "I was supposed to be Wolverine."
Maybe that's why he took this job, because he was kind of like, "This is my second chance," and then he's at the end of season 2, he's like, "Why? Why?"
And what they did with Batwing there, oh my gosh.
He looks so terrible.
I really
It looks
like the
worse in the
character.
show.
Oh, I showed you the mask for that, right? Hang on, let me
In the
find
comic-
it again.
In the comic book, I like this character, but in the
show
show,
is terrible.
he's
And-
wandering around the cave and finds and all of a sudden the armor is there. It's like, oh, I'm Batwing. That's it. That's your origin story.
And
For 30
the
seconds?
picture,
It's like
the
Shazam.
picture they
Just
released,
finds the outfit.
The picture that they released looked a lot better than what you see in the show, because the mask is way too big. It looks like it's a cosplay with Transformers and, and stuff like that.
I know exactly where they got that mask from. Hang on. I'll post it up for you.
I think you've shown it before.
Edson, it's the same origin story she had. She found
Right.
a costume
It's
laying on the
exactly,
beach
yeah.
and turned into a
Yeah.
superhero.
Because they don't know how to write.
Don't fix it.
What?
It kinda
That's where
looks
they
like
got the mask.
It's time to bring out the gimp.
That looks like that looks like
looks
the S&M version of Chase from Paw Patrol.
Nice.
Spider caught some flies.
That's it. Well, that's all I had prepared for tonight, gang.
Oh, come on. You don't want to talk about Lower Decks Season 2 coming out in August 12th?
Is that a thing?
Must we?
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Glutton for punishment over here. Sure, if you want to.
You know what? I it's not a good show, but I kind of want to see season 2.
Is it like a guilty pleasure?
It is.
It
It
has
is.
to be.
Like, I like
Yeah.
spicy food.
Okay.
Like, I like really insanely spicy food. It's painful, but yet I keep eating spicy food, right?
Well,
how
that's different.
There are lots of shows like that that are just awful, but you love them. Like I have shows like
Yes.
that too. Yeah.
That
I'm
is
in
the
the
same
middle of
thing I
one
have
right
with.
now.
That's the same thing with I hate Ragnarok, the Norwegian show, but I still want to continue watching it, even if it's so woke and fucking terrible. Everything is wrong and woke, and every sentence in that show is woke, but I still continue watching it because, I've seen. Why not?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I don't know why, and I feel bad because I actually feel like I'm supporting keeping this show on the air and fucking.
What show is it?
Well,
Star
this
Trek.
is the hero that we need now. This one here.
That's awesome, dude.
It's The Mystery Man was one of the best superhero films ever made, and I will fight anybody who says otherwise.
I'm with you. But we do have some breaking news.
Didn't you get claimed for that?
No.
Oh, okay.
James Gunn.
James
huh?
Gunn reveals Universal Studios rejected his pitch for a Creature from the Black Lagoon
Oh,
movie.
come on. Universal
why?
Monsters.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool, right?
They're
Yeah,
probably
I've been waiting for
hemorrhaging
them
money.
I've been waiting for somebody to make a decent remake of that movie.
I know. Well, they
I
did.
like
Jaws.
Brightburn. Brightburn is a good movie. That's one of the movies I kind of like.
Oh, Blackburn, yeah.
I watched it once and thought that was plenty.
Well,
I love it.
they did Dracula recently. They did
They did
Invisible
Dracula
Man.
a lot.
Invisible
Yes.
Man was terrible.
The Invisible Man was bad.
Oh,
And they didn't
so
do the
bad.
Wolfman yet. They haven't done the Mummy.
Oh, they've remade the
They
Wolf.
No, they did the Mummy.
They
They did the Mummy.
Alex
Yeah, they
Kurtzman
Well,
Mummy
like
with Tom Cruise.
recently.
Oh,
Oh no,
Yeah,
maybe they
recently,
did do the
okay.
Mummy recently. You're right.
Yeah,
I think they
the
did.
Tom Cruise did the
That's
Mummy.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I
Written-
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Written
that
and
was
directed.
so terrible.
Written and directed by Alex Kurtzman.
Really?
I wanted
There
to
you
rip my
go.
hair out when I saw that movie.
Maybe if they started the Universal Monsters universe with James Gunn's Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
Look, no one's ever accused studio executives of having any creative ability.
Well, I tell you why this movie wouldn't do any good is because we have something pretty much just like it already, and it's called The Shape of Water, and it was directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they rejected this on him. Yeah.
Because they're like, can you make it as good as Guillermo? No, then I don't want it.
Right.
It wasn't a bad movie though.
I
No,
loved
it was
it.
a great movie. I loved that movie.
Yeah, I saw it in
just-
theater. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
What they should have done is had him, somehow turn it into the Universal property, and they could have spun it off. But
Absolutely. If Universal had thrown their money behind it, it would have been
Right.
yeah.
And they have
He's a
to. They
great
have,
filmmaker.
and I think it's almost mandatory you have to see this in 3D. I'm sorry.
The original.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, that was its big thing back then, right? Was 3D.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's got some stellar photography in it, the original. I still like the original a lot.
That's great.
And you can see a life-size version of it at the Witch's Dungeon in Plainville, Connecticut.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
It's actually made out of some of the same molds that made the original costume in the 1950s.
What's that website?
Oh, wow.
PreserveHollywood.org. I think they actually have pictures of it there.
It's cool.
Eat you awesome dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click the photos, and I think you can actually see pictures of the.
Yeah, this place is great. It's literally like 6 minutes from my house.
Wow.
Ooh.
Do I
Wow.
click on that. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, this is all at the new place. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I recognize all those, too.
Let me zoom it up.
There we go. There he is.
There he is.
Wow.
That looks pretty good.
How do I go back? There we go.
That looks so good.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Just all you
They got
need
the
is
only
owning a big.
Tea,
You just need
they
to own
got
a big. You need a big. You need to own a big house and just get a whole collection in a room for itself with all this.
Yeah,
he does have a big house, and he's got a lot of stuff in it. And but yeah, this is a museum that he's got.
That's so cool.
Is that Vincent Price's death mask?
Life mask.
That one down there.
He was very much alive when they made that.
Yeah, down there in the corner. That is from the second Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah.
That's one of the cultists.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually screen used.
Yeah, this place.
What? Oh, that's the original mold.
Browning signed the foot cast. Yeah.
Glinster's great.
Yep.
We need a snare drum every time he says something. Just
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
got
not produced at all.
I like Dracula Untold. I liked it. But that's me. I like Luke Evans as an actor.
Yeah, there's the Vincent Price. That's creepy.
Oh wow.
that is
Yeah,
creepy. I thought it was.
it's a wax bust of him, so it looks very lifelike. It's very creepy. That is the Witch's Dungeon, classic horror movie museum in Plainville, Connecticut. The website is preservehollywood.org.
Great place.
I never even heard of that.
Cortland. Pete, you tell Cortland's.
Cortland Hall, the fellow that runs this museum. Leonard Maltin was there a lot. Cortland Hall, the guy that runs this museum, his great uncle was Henry Hull, the Werewolf of London. And
Which is
that's the guy.
Which is
not that one.
I saw it go by before. There it is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Henry
first
Hall, yeah.
first Hollywood werewolf.
Yeah,
And
it's fun.
yeah, so basically he's got like the spinning head from The Exorcist. He's got one of the golden idols from Raiders of the Lost Ark, Keith, which you got a chance to see close up.
Yep.
He's got like 19 figures, I think they're up to now. life-size figures of old Hollywood horror icons.
They probably don't charge much for admission, do they? Oh, appointment.
They don't. They definitely don't. It's something that's like $8 a person. It's by appointment only. Normally, it's open in October. It's been open for over 50 years, since 1966. It was originally only open in weekends in October, but now it's year round by appointment.
Oh, it's a
only.
not-for-profit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how they stay in business.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. And Halloween time is a lot of fun. That's the best time to go there. I mean, for obvious reasons. But, P and I actually did a stream from there when he opened in the fall.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's on our channel. It's way back, but you can probably find it. We should probably do another one.
Yes, we should.
So,
yeah, if you guys are right there, yeah, do it.
Yeah. Leonard Maltin and John Landis in the same room. No. And again, I've never seen them in any room. So,
Stacey, I gotta say, I like the fan effect. Looks like you're doing a supermodel shoot.
Like you're on a Whitesnake video.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to be hot. It's just too sticking hot. I don't have my AC in here.
So here's the point of the show where we, before we sign off, we go around and everyone makes a recommendation if they have one. And we'll let T-Shirt and Jace plug their channels as well. So who should we start with here? Let's start at the bottom. Edson.
Okay, we talked about this, so I'm going to make half of a recommendation because I have the first half. And when the second one comes out, I'll go back to it. Batman, The Long Halloween.
Nice.
Well, actually, it should be both the comic book would be the full recommendation, but watch the movie as well.
Cool. Yeah, I've recommended that comic twice. I was thinking about it for a third time, but Jude, what do you got?
So I'm actually going back in time here. Rob Zombie announced he's going to be doing a Monsters movie. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
Yep.
Yeah. So I actually found both seasons of the Monsters online. Can't say where, but if you want to DM me, I can show you where. And I've been watching all the seasons from 1965, 64 to 66.
Nice.
Of the Monsters. They're great. They're absolutely fucking great, and they're funny.
I used to love the Monsters.
The episode where he meets up with Dr. Frankenstein.
That
was actually. Oh well, when you do, the Dr. Frankenstein was originally supposed to be played by Boris Karloff, but his wife talked him out of it. This would have been so great.
That would have been great. Quick poll: Monsters or Addams Family?
Monsters.
Yes.
Monsters.
I watched a lot more Monsters as a kid. Then
Why can't we have both?
Well, because it was always the comparison at the time. But it's like Genie versus Bewitched.
They're so good. I highly recommend watching them. I've been watching at least 3 or 4 episodes before I go to bed, and I'm fucking laughing. They're great.
Grandpa was a hoot.
The grandfather is fucking amazing. Yeah, I think he makes the show. He's so good.
Yep.
I think the actor that plays him. I know he's been in other things, but I can't place it.
I just was always because it had the Universal monsters in it, and that was
right.
appealed to me. So.
And I like how they're the only ones that don't know that they're monsters.
Yeah.
So when they go somewhere and they scare a group of people, they're like, "What did I do? What did I do?"
Yeah, and they actually used the Creature from the Black Lagoon costume for Uncle Gilbert.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Nice.
that was the original costume.
And the special effects from that, they're great. The special effects are amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they do a lot of trick stuff. I highly recommend. I don't know if that's me, but
good one, Jude. That's a good one. Hopefully, Rob Zombie can actually make a good movie.
I hope. Yeah. Well,
I don't know if he can do comedy. Can he do comedy?
I don't know. I mean,
is he making it a comedy?
Her movies are pretty comedic.
Yeah, it better be a comedy. You can't do the Monsters and make it serious.
Oh no.
No.
I really did like The Devil's Rejects, though. That's probably one of my favorite films of all time.
I think I'm just thinking recent times with his Halloweens and whatnot.
The Witch.
Yeah.
I thought the Addams Family was done. The remakes were not
Those were
terrible, but they
Those
were good.
I like
those.
Yeah. the cartoon was awful, and they're making a sequel to that. It's like, ugh.
Of course they are.
That was painful. Pedro, what do you got for us?
Me?
Yeah.
I got a Howard Hawks movie.
Ooh.
Okay.
His Girl Friday.
Oh, it's a great movie.
This is a
Criterion
Criterion
collection.
Blu-ray. You have two options: either the Criterion Blu-ray or a really cheaply produced public domain DVD. So I opted for the
public domain
Criterion.
DVD.
Yes. But yeah, and it's Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell are in this, and it is lightning fast comedy, and it's a wonderful movie.
I love Cary Grant.
I do too. Yeah.
Yep. Cary Grant was great.
So yeah,
Great
if you can
physical
find
comedy.
this, and Stacy, I know that you take a lot of the recommendations seriously. Find this movie.
His Girl
Excellent,
Friday.
excellent.
I
His
do.
Girl
Yeah.
Friday.
Find the public domain version.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not dubbed.
No,
Whatever.
I think it might be on Hobo Max.
Oh.
His Girl
They have
Friday.
a lot of older movies on Hobo Max. It might be on there,
I might message you later because I will probably not remember that.
or
but
even Amazon Prime.
I have both. So.
What do you have to
Me?
recommend? Yeah.
I kind of have regressed a little bit, and I've been binging one of those guilty pleasure shows that's awful, and I know it's awful, but I love it just as much. I've been watching True
Lower
Blood.
Decks.
True Blood. No, True Blood.
Oh, okay.
And it's so bad, and it's like a pornographic like soap opera with vampires and werewolves, and also it's just so bad. But I just I can't stop watching it. Like it's addicting. Like it's just
First 3 seasons were good.
Yeah, I'm on season 6 right now, and I had seen it already. Like I'd watched it when it came out, and I had forgotten so much of like the last 2 seasons I've watched. The other one,
Yeah.
the first season, I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm like totally like zoning out because they just weren't that. They're just not. But I gotta finish it. I can't stop now.
Although I did love the fact that they had Rutger Hauer in there as the grandfather fairy. That
Yeah, I know.
I love Rutger. So
Rutger was.
Oh, look who showed up in the chat.
Fat Steven.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's time for the end.
Aw.
Steven, how are you?
And I'm looking forward to the Tomorrow War comes out on July 1st on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Pratt. So
Oh, I wanted to
looking
watch
forward-
that.
Yeah, that's coming out. So
That
you know.
toxic male, Chris Pratt.
I love him.
I wanted to ask you, did you have a recommendation called The Little Things from HBO Max before, or no? That's not.
I saw it in the theater.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Did you watch it?
I did, but it wasn't in the theater. I just happened to.
Did you like it?
Yes, it was Denzel Washington and I forgot the other actor's
I
name, but
did
he was
not
so
like
good.
Rami
Well,
Malek.
it was good for the ending was kind of
It left you like, what the fuck?
yes. That's
Yeah.
that's the problem. It reminded
I mean,
me a lot of
everything was
reminded
good.
me a lot of Seven, but
Jared Leto was great
Not
in
the
it.
ending.
Absolutely.
Yep, Jared Leto was
Denzel
great.
Yeah, but
yep.
I don't know. Would you recommend that? Because
No,
I don't.
I mean,
On
except
for
for the
free on
ending.
HBO, maybe not in the theater.
It's like it's not going to be a good end. That's the only thing. It's not a good ending.
I need to be
but-
satisfied at the ending.
Yep.
I was not satisfied.
All
Stacey,
right.
Stacey, didn't you say you saw Wrath of a Man too, or something like that?
Wrath of Men. Yeah, Wrath of Man.
Wrath of Man.
Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham.
You said it wasn't that good though.
I didn't like it.
I heard
Okay.
it was bad. Yeah.
All right.
Did you hear it was bad? Because I've seen mixed reviews.
I heard it was bad.
I did not. Scott and I both didn't like it.
The Gentleman is
The Gentleman's very good.
Yeah.
I like that very much.
Sorry, Keith.
My recommendation, because Edson did the Long Halloween, and I've
Oh,
recommended the
sorry.
Long Halloween, and you should read the Long Halloween and then proceed directly to Dark Victory.
Oh, there you go.
Do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. This is a direct sequel to Long Halloween.
Yep.
It came out about 3 years later. Might even be better. Slightly better. I don't know. But either way, those
They're so
two
comparable,
books are
yeah.
incredible. Incredible. So that's my recommendation, which brings us to our two guests. They can pimp their channel and make recommendations and do whatever else. We'll start with Jace, who's like half a world away, and what is it, about 4 o'clock in the morning right now?
It is. Yeah, it's
No.
soon. It's soon 5. Soon 5 in the
He's
morning.
a trooper too, man. He's such a
I
trooper.
I see your little avatar, like, looks like you're going to fall asleep.
Oh yeah, no, that's just me moving. It is really sensitive. So
but
my
it's funny
favorite is this one.
Yawning in traffic.
I open my mouth for many things, you know.
Yeah. I'll pop you up full screen so you can promote your stuff.
One recommendation I will do first is The Crow, the original Crow movie.
Very good.
I love that movie. I have it right beside me here. And well, I just got The Heart of the Jedi, so I'm pretty excited to read that.
Cool. Where'd you get it from? Like eBay or something?
My co-host Chris, who is on some of my other shows, he got it for me when it was almost impossible to get it.
Good go.
So he was fighting to get it for me, and I really appreciate that. And my channel, it's FiveForty Studio. You know, we do podcasts where we go through pop culture, and we have some other shows, and we do most of the same things as you guys do, with talking. And we had a show called After Show, but we are going to rename the show to something else. Not sure what yet, but that's more of on that show we go more hardcore on debates and politics and everything. We go more harder, more deep diving, because we can go for a longer time, we can go for shorter time. It really depends on how we feel. And I am gonna get Memnock back on the channel again. And T-shirt, remember, you are gonna be there.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. Memnock was cool.
He is really cool. And we have a gaming channel called Kingdom of Five, where my other co-host and a guy who works for my company plays games, and other people in the company plays games and stuff.
I have a question. When do you go to the bathroom?
When I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, like do you?
When do you have time?
When do you have time?
I have time.
Okay.
Easy. Easy. I just have a bottle beside me here, so I just mute myself, right?
True gamer.
True gamer mode.
Like that South Park when he's like, "Mom, bucket."
Oh my god.
Bathroom. Oh, that's a big one, honey.
Yeah. And by the end, they got diarrhea and it's just spattering.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
T-shirt. What do you got for us?
Oh man, I got a bunch of stuff. Let me just start off with this. Yeah,
Ooh,
just
nice.
Yeah.
How much do you want for it?
Wow, that's awesome.
I've been pimping this thing for a couple of weeks now because I'm real happy I got it. Viz is reproducing them, so
Nice.
artwork is of course phenomenal.
Ooh,
great,
my god,
great color and stuff in it now.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that.
Yeah,
you definitely should.
I haven't seen that in a while.
And to add to that,
I'm just gonna steal it. I'm just gonna steal it.
Yeah,
Oh
rewatching the
my
TV
Wow.
series, rewatching the OVAs in original Japanese, of course.
Nice.
Gosh, and let me see. I've got a lot of them here. Okay, just hang tight. I bought this in the honor of the late Tawny Katane. And this is the good. This is the good version. This is the best version. Picked up this one. If you guys are not familiar with Buichi Terasawa's Cobra, you need to watch this stuff. It's good stuff. Also picked up classic Jackie Chan.
Oh yes.
This version is really, really good. I recommend this highly.
It's really good.
And just to show you, I'm not all pop culture necessarily. Here we got a classic.
That's awesome.
Got a classic there.
Recently.
And picked up this one.
Oh,
Django. Yeah, that is one of the original Italian Djangos.
Nice.
The only Zack Snyder film I really like, which is the director's cut, unrated, of course.
Nice.
Excellent.
And last but not least, a veritable classic, a must-watch at all costs.
Oh yeah.
Is that a steel book?
Yeah.
It is a steel book.
Nice.
Before they ruin it with a remake?
Yeah.
You definitely treated yourself. I could see this is definitely a a haul.
Yeah, it was. It's a payday for me. So I said, let's do it. Let's just jump on it and go with it.
I'm on my 8th week without any income.
Oh, geez, man.
I have over 20 unpaid invoices out there.
Oh man.
I know. The joy of being self-employed.
I feel you.
I'm sorry, dude.
It all comes out in the wash. I'll get them all at once, and I'll be fine.
And you'll feel rich for a minute.
Yeah, until they fall behind again. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game.
Stuff happens,
Yeah. So, wow. All right. Well, I put the links to both your channels in the chat. I will put them in the show notes as well when this is all said and done. But before we get to Pete's sign off, we have one last thing. I want to circle back to something from the beginning.
My newest invention here is called the Cob Quickie. Hands down the easiest way to butter your corn on the cob on a hot summer day. Simply grab yourself a fresh stick of butter and using our patent-pending firm grip design, place the butter directly onto the center spikes. Then simply go to town buttering your corn on the cob from top to bottom. No matter what your technique is, get the job done this summer when you use the Cob Quickie.
It's good for all kinds of other things besides just butter too.
Oh, like what?
I've been told.
Mustarding your hot dog?
Yes. Mustarding your hot dog. Applying some lubrication to a crankshaft. Yes.
I wonder who the hand model was.
Too good not to play. Too good not to play one more.
George Costanza.
That hand model.
All right, Pete.
Don't you want to do the housekeeping?
Forgot about the housekeeping. Please subscribe. Follow us on GeekTime.net on the socials. Go for it, Pete.
See you next Tuesday.
I can't help wondering about the friend I leave behind. There are always possibilities, Spock said. I must return to this place again.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTime.net. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?